I do has Bullet.
That's trash.
Who's got a recap?
All right, Brodor, give us a recap.
Let me get my notes.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. Brodor needs some bullets.
I actually am Bullet.
Oh, you?
You got a starting 3.
Okay.
Every new character gets 3 bullets, as you ought to know, Wayne.
How many?
But I've already got
He's already down to 2.
I don't. In all seriousness, who's doing this recap?
Gil got shot.
Well, the carnival's coming to town, and they want the one that got away. They want the little king, right? Mm-hmm, and so Marlene, genius that she is, devised a magic trick to make the ists that were coming in the carnival think that the group had died in the explosion in the garage that they were in. Let's see. Boone got killed being a badass. Gil got shot like a bitch.
No,
This is strangely accurate retelling.
Gil got used like a human shield, like a bitch.
Because Junior was a badass for the...
Junior was a badass.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Poe saved Gil's life.
I got to
Also
take
saved Molly's life.
Also saved Molly's life, and I got to take a nap behind the building and listen to all the death and destruction in front.
Mm-hmm.
Which, of course, then the thing that we really learned about Dr. Poe is that he went to save Gil before going to save Molly, which means that he is a person of low moral fiber, which is fine. I mean, the whole party is a bunch of fucking scumbags.
Literally all of them, except Molly, because Molly's not from the space station. All of them that are from the space station are from the space station's prison.
Mm-hmm. I was innocent.
Everybody in there was innocent. 7-Eleven.
So they had captured one of the hats, the first IST gang to arrive from the carnival. They had captured one of the hats. Fat Tony interrogated the hat. Then Boone's body was brought to the site of the magic trick. So they would actually have a body when the collapse occurred, so it would help sell the illusion. Unfortunately, the hat captive got killed in the same collapse. Of course, Marlene, in her infinite genius, was able to orchestrate the implosion of the building so that no major portions of the building, that infrastructure, would fall and damage the precious vehicle.
She's still not getting a raise.
We have a machine gun. Mm-hmm. We have approximately 8 orgasmic seconds of full fucking auto. Oh my god. Seriously, I've come so quick.
I named the machine gun Rex.
Rex, I love it.
Man, 8-second orgasm.
So for any,
I miss those days because between alcohol and Prozac, man, it's a job. Jesus Christ, man. You throw a condom on that and I'll never come.
Isn't 8 seconds like what you're supposed to ride a bull for, too? Or something like that?
Right, what?
Variable.
When you ride a bull.
Oh, yeah, 8
seconds.
seconds, right.
Yeah.
Have you seen my first girlfriend?
Yes, I have. You married her.
That's not my first girlfriend.
So, all right. Obviously, for anyone who's paying any amount of attention, Brodor, his work schedule has changed such that he is rejoining us for this game, and obviously he's taking over the character of Marlene. And I'd like to thank the people on Patreon because we put it up to your vote, and you chose for Brodor to play Marlene. So if you want to support us on Patreon, whether to help us buy equipment and supplies, or to just get in on the action, show your love, whatever, we try to put polls up and such, and there's some content you can get there. Check it out at patreon.com/feartheboot, all one word. But we'll end the commercial there. So thank you for our voters, though, who picked Brodor's character. He's playing Marlene.
I want to thank them, too, because in gaming, you always want to play things that you are not. Like, I like to play wizards because I'm not smart. I absolutely love Street Magic. Like, it's a thing that I adore. So the opportunity to actually get to play a street magician, I'm going to pull out so much David Glenn bullshit. I'm so excited.
So do you know who all the characters are?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we don't need to...
Yeah, so the characters that I probably have the least familiarity with are some things in Junior's background and personality, and then, of course, Wayne's new character that he is going to play, the alligator lizard thing that Gil saw.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
You saw the Killer Croc. I know you did.
I know. It's my pet.
Yeah.
So, you guys are currently in total darkness. Well, no, because the van itself has light. So, you guys are able to.
I'm sure we're not like turning them on though.
Well, no, I mean you'd have to turn on something simply because you still have multiple injured that are still being tended to.
And Junior, what do you call the thing in your pocket that now has control of the CCTV and lights of the town?
Oh, Emma.
Emma, thank you.
Okay, so the building collapsed. The truck is buried, but is not damaged. And Molly is still unconscious. Junior is still, or not Junior, Gil is still high as a kite, both from blood loss and from the drugs he's on.
The good stuff.
Yeah. Which is when they recommend you take narcotics, is right after losing a lot of blood.
Exactly right.
True story. After the shooting, Memory was in intense pain, and she's throwing up in the emergency room. And I, of course, because I'm an idiot, I was like, "Dude, you got to give her something." The doctor's like, "We can't. She's lost so much blood, we can't give her any painkillers right now."
Yeah, 'cause it
Yeah.
increases it.
Yeah,
You don't have any blood.
Yeah, they were like, "We're sorry, bro, but there you go."
Well, because you can use them more efficiently.
Right.
A little dose will go a long way.
Right.
So, all right. Gil is quite doped up. Other than that, you guys are in the truck. Poe, fortunately, Gil has a flashlight that you're able to borrow.
What?
So
That's how I'm reading my comics.
that's how he's treating your injuries.
It's one or the other, man.
Comics.
All right.
So, Junior, I'm pretty good with the ladies, but I've never made a truck love me. How'd you exactly do that one?
Well, it's not exactly the truck. She speaks through the truck.
She speaks through the truck, huh?
Mm-hmm. She's actually right here, and I tap my chest.
I look at the thing. So that is either really corny, or you're saying it's that a hunk of square thing in your chest is your truck.
No, it's not my truck. It's it's Emma.
Right.
Aren't you the one that names all your crap?
Yeah.
Well, then.
If you don't mind me taking a liberty, I have pocketed a pair of his scissors from his medical kit, and I'm trying to use what little bit of light there is in a mirror, like a pocket mirror, and I'm trying to cut mange out of my hair. I'm just trying to kind of clean my hair up a little bit because I know my dreads have gotten all matted. I think of her as having like sort of these savage, sort of Roman imperialist era Celtic, not dreads but matted hunks of stuff in her hair.
So she doesn't wash her hair.
No.
She's stinky.
No. Eventually that
We're all
stink goes
stinky.
away.
Well, I mean,
I was
even if she
about-
washes her hair, it's not like she has,
Yeah.
we think she's got bottles of Suave she carries
Yeah,
around.
so I'm just trimming. I've got his.
Maybe I do.
Yeah, I've
was
got
about to point out
surgical
that
scissors,
Junior's-
and I'm snipping shit out of my hair and making a pile of just mange and gunk on the.
I was getting ready
on
to
the
point
floor.
out that Junior can do that better, then I realized I don't know that.
Right.
Actually, I look over and I go, "Oh, girl, we need to do something about that hair."
Marlon, you can keep those scissors.
That's
yours now.
I actually got
Thanks.
on my
There's
character
another
sheet-
pair of his scissors in my pocket, and I put those next to him.
On my character sheet, I actually, in my equipment, have hair treatment gels. That'll get those out way better than cutting all that stuff.
Hey, you got to put that away. You're making it stink in here. I can hardly eat my beef packet while you're doing
The,
that.
the smell
I got
is
a
part
beef
of the
packet for you.
What?
Kill Fat Tony.
You take this goop and put it in your hand and you massage it into the neck.
Junior, I'm not fucking around. That stinks in here.
Don't worry, Gil.
It smells better than that chicken cacciatore you were eating earlier.
What do you think I'm going to roll down a window? I switched from chicken to beef because chicken, it gives me gas, and I figure I'm going to be polite.
Yeah.
But are you being
Yeah,
polite?
so my hair treatment smells way worse than your ass.
Well, the difference is I have controlled my ass. You are just letting that flow. It's like you've got your own sweet, silky fart fluid. I don't know. It didn't work. Forget about it.
Well,
but don't do it.
Oh, hold on. Don't kill Fat Tony. Just kill me.
We'll wait until we're out of here. So then Tony's delicate.
Oh, I'm delicate. Yeah. So he was trying to give the mayor an updo. Who even knows what an updo is? She didn't even know what an updo is.
What is an updo?
It's where you pile your hair up on top, as opposed to letting it hang down.
It sounds terrible.
No, it's very fashionable.
Yeah, if you like beehives,
Damn.
What's a beehive?
You don't want one of those.
Let's not open this can of worms again. Like, this is a conversation we've had multiple times.
Marley, we'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. Just cover it up for now.
I'll look over at Tony. Why does he have... What did you call that stuff?
Oh, hair gels.
Well, I don't know what the word is down here, but I have a suspicion that he's what in space we called gay.
In space.
Is he the beloved?
In space we call gay. But it has... Huh. But why did you bring that with you?
Well, it's come in handy. It's what I do.
Oh, I just realized. Does that electronic girlfriend of yours know that you're not, like, it's probably just, yeah, you're going to be that friend that takes her shoe shopping, but nothing ever happens? Oh, shit, I should not say this while we are in the truck.
Yeah, the horn starts going on.
Emmy and I prefer not to use labels or
Oh my
boundaries.
god. I hate how we're starting this, but
when you're stuck in a truck, waiting for time to tick.
May I have one of those? I'm going to use the scissors to point at what Tony's eating.
Oh yeah. Then. Here, just open it. Just eat what you want.
yeah, just throw the rest on the floor and step on it, you fox.
No, do not waste it like that. We don't have very many.
Anymore. Oh, you fat fox. Oh, I hate you all.
Meanwhile, Marlene's like wayfish, like small, very petite,
Savor.
overly thin.
Savor every bite.
I'm going to,
I
pull a spoon out of my pocket.
I pull out a little bit of some sort of jerky and kind of eat
that-
it.
My spoon? You bitch.
No, this is literally a spoon that I brought with me. Yeah.
Okay, so do you guys just wait as the time passes? Okay.
I'm assuming.
I'm gonna get-
What do we hear like on the outside? I'm sure because it's not just one group coming after us, right? Isn't it like multiple converging?
Yeah, you eventually do hear very, very, very faintly, and I mean very faintly, voices outside. You can hear people yelling back and forth. You can hear some of the rubble being moved around. You eventually hear all that stop, and they stop messing with the rubble pile.
Does Emma still have access to the video
Yes,
camera?
Emma does still have access to the video cameras, and she's giving you guys a intentionally dimmed display on the navigational screen at the front of the truck of the cameras one by one as she kind of loops through, and you see these throughout the night. The various gangs from Chicago. You don't know if this represents all of them, or you see quite a few different sort of appearances represented, and they fight amongst themselves, bicker over some things, and are not there all that long. Like, they're not even there a full 24 hours before they just get, you're not sure if it's bored or what, but they pack up and they one by one move out. And so within about 12 hours or so of the collapse, the last of them is that that Emma can see is gone.
And the kid, Gil Jr., the king, is in the truck with us, correct?
No.
No, where did he end up?
He disappeared. We don't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
You guys don't know where he went.
Okay.
So, Emma says, I feel fairly confident that they're gone, Junior, if you want to start digging out.
All right.
What about the people that were underground?
Are you asking me to save them?
No, I'm asking if you saw them ever come out of the...
No.
So they could still be down there.
The people who were drugged down underground?
The people that drug them underground.
Oh, there's people underground?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. We saw.
I never saw any of that.
Yeah, there was a guy that was drug away by. All I saw was a cable. I didn't see any body, but
So everybody keep an eye out when we get out there. There could still be another faction that we don't see.
you think it's that kid?
I don't think a kid.
Did you even
could
see the kid?
No.
No.
I don't think a kid could pull someone off of you like that.
Well, this kid has survived here for years now. And these guys keep coming after him.
How old was the kid when we saw him?
He was pretty young.
When you saw the kid, he was about 10.
Well, how many years has he survived here?
Didn't he say? Didn't he say it was like a? Yeah, it's been there like.
Emma said other people were being pulled down, so
Well, I mean, I'm saying, has he been surviving here since he was 5? Because he has not been killing people since he was 5 with his bare hands.
Right, but he could have traps throughout this entire area.
No kid's that smart. No 5-year-old.
Gil Jr.'s that smart.
You remember when we saw
Oh,
Home
that's right,
Alone
he is
in the
Gil
prison?
Jr.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not a documentary.
I don't know. The kid's got it.
got a whole year between people coming through. You could set up a lot of traps.
He didn't seem too scared when we found him. And he was trying to go underground when we found him, wasn't he?
I look over at Molly. I go,
I was there. I just don't remember. I grabbed him for fuck's sake. I don't remember if he was trying, because he was trying to escape. We ran through a bunch of stuff. I can't remember if he was trying to go in anything. I thought he was. I thought he was trying to, like, go under something.
Maybe he had that snake. Maybe that's what was killing people.
How long is it going to take to charge the truck?
well, we need to uncover it first.
Well, yeah. Once
Can
it's
Hearts do that?
Are you asking Hearts?
I'm asking Molly, actually.
Molly's unresponsive.
Oh.
Yeah, she's unconscious.
I go, Molly.
How's she
doing, by the way, since I've been helping her?
Your role was so good that, yeah, I mean, go ahead and give me a medical roll plus intelligence. Let's see if you're, I mean, she's recovering. It's just a really bad injury, but I'll see if maybe by some miracle you're able to get her.
Take the best two, right?
Yes.
19.
19. Okay. Which, that's a damn good roll. So, you are at least able to get her to a point. You would not recommend her moving much at all, certainly not walking around or doing any substantial activity. But she does eventually come to. She's very disoriented, barely responsive to anything. But she does come to, and her eyes are at least looking. She's able to focus on things, and she has some trouble breathing and whatnot. But she looks very pale, even for her, and she's been a spacer most of her life, but she still looks pretty bad off.
So she's probably going to need, like, a blood transfusion. Or, well, no, we took care of that, didn't we?
Yeah.
That was part of the...
Gil gets up, tries to, and starts stumbling to the back of the van.
Okay.
And there's a door that kind of goes like this.
Yeah.
And he just, as these guys are talking, he just kind of, leans on the wall, grunts, moans, bitches, cusses a bit, gets back there, and he hits the button to lower it.
Okay. It lowers part way, gets down a little bit, and then hits up against the heavier rubble and stops. Marlene, the best way to dig this truck out is going to be from the top. The gun hatch that they've built is... No, actually the hatch was already there, I think. I don't remember. Well, there's one now. But the hatch on top is going to be the best way. That's the lightest rubble.
All right. So the easiest way is going to be pushing that hatch open and then starting to basically work your way top to bottom.
How long have we been in this thing?
By this point, 13, 14 hours.
Yeah. Gil goes over to the chemical toilet and whips his dick out and starts taking a piss.
That's my signal to get out of here.
I'm holding him up because he can't support his own weight.
Right.
That's a buddy right there.
Hey, Gil. Nice.
I'm trying to open a hatch now to get
Okay, so you open. Scott, you open the hatch. It takes some pushing. It takes maybe even 2 or 3 of you to do it, but you are able to move the hatch, and some bits of rusted corrugated metal and some chunks of concrete and such are shoved aside. And you have to kind of work your way up a bit because there's still a little bit more of the structure above you. But once you've pushed some things aside, which just it's not fun, but it's within your means to do, you do manage to get out the top of the wreck. And you can see that, yeah, they damn well flattened this truck, or flattened the gas station that it was in.
I'm gonna start moving rocks.
Okay. So you now now have natural sunlight coming in. Let's see how much. Does somebody want to roll to see how sunny it is outside?
Oh, yes, because I'm sitting in the front reading my comments.
All right, so 2d6, how high?
9.
9. Okay, so it's a pretty damn sunny day. It's much better than it was yesterday where you guys had clouds and then darkness. So today's going to be a pretty sunny day. If you can get the truck uncovered in time, it will be a good day to get some
Gil
solar
sits down,
power.
shotgun, leans back, and just starts taking a comic book out and starts reading it.
What? Where did you get the comic books?
Down the street, weird guy, had Kleenex boxes on his feet, shut in. Everything was wrapped in plastic.
Anything of value besides the comics?
Not that I found. They got fireplace in there.
So the solar panels are covered up. Is there any way to maybe extend them higher or something like that?
Well, just need to uncover the truck, which Arch is quite capable of doing.
Probably have to clean the solar panels too, because they're all covered in dust and asbestos and lead paint flecks.
After a couple minutes of lifting these heavy rocks, I stick my head down. Hey, when do you ask your robot to do this?
Not my robot.
Robot.
Arch turns to, swivels his head to look at you.
Do you have a name?
My name is... Oh, I was about to say, you would know this. No, actually you wouldn't. My designation is Hearts.
Hearts? Will you come help clear the truck?
Yes. Should you forget my name, I have a sticker on my chest of 3 hearts. Molly put it there.
Molly, the girl that Doc's working on?
Yes.
Hope she pulls through okay.
It reminded her of a story.
I think. Wizard of Oz?
Yes.
It's a fucking robot!
Thanks.
You don't have to make friends with it. It doesn't think.
Could you guys get the fuck out of here? I'm really busy right now.
I move out of the way so he can get out and help clear. And by help, I mean do most of the work.
Yeah, it's once he's out, some of the rocks he has to break up, but most of them, many of them, he's able to pick up, and I mean, he can pick up several hundred pounds at a time, so he's able to start picking up the pieces of the building and moving them aside to dig out the truck. And it's not long before real sunlight starts coming in through the various doors and windows. You guys are able to get some fresh air in there after you've been...
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
thank goodness.
The lesbians of Rancor 7. Where did I leave off?
So it's uncovered, right? Like,
Yeah.
So I climb out just so I can be in the sun. I've got blood all over my arms because there's no way of washing this off in there.
Hey, give that back.
Shut up! And I throw him a pill.
Fuck.
Wait, do I roll 3 or 2 for this?
For what?
For these pills? I can't remember now.
Oh, if you're just giving them one at random, it's just 2d6 and however well. So it's a 3, so you gave him something deleterious.
Oh, it was 12. It was 12. Because I had my smarts, right?
Well, if you know yours, grab one at random.
No, I'm trying to pick one out. That's,
Okay.
that's useful. I'm not trying to.
Here, take this.
Yeah, so I got a number 12. I give you like Tylenol or something.
All right, so Gil, you got your Midol.
Excellent.
Midol. Extra strength Midol.
Yeah, I just hang out in the front and read my comics.
Okay.
My nipples tickle.
So as Hearts is unclearing it, or is it unclearing it? Excuse me, is uncovering it, which got mashed with clearing it in my head. So it is he's uncovering the truck and clearing the rubble. What are the rest of you doing? Gil says he's reading his comics. Marlene.
I'm going to climb out too. Not sun, but fresh air is the thing that I'm more concerned about than just being trapped in this cylinder for fucking hours.
Yeah.
But
I was kind of thinking the
get
same
out,
thing.
stretch
Fresh
my,
air.
yeah, stretch my legs.
I move a few, but once I see how efficient he is at it, I stopped even doing anything with it, and then I just am looking around.
Okay. Looking around town, you see a couple of dead bodies from the various Isgangs in various states of mutilation. Some of them have been burned, some of them have been cut, some of them have had pieces torn off of them. You don't see a whole lot of bodies, but you do see them here and there. You see burn marks from where they were throwing Molotovs, or you can also see kind of smoking remains of fires they built here. Place looks a little bit trashed, but I mean, overall, not that it looked that great before. It doesn't look a whole lot worse for the wear. They really weren't here long enough to leave much of a mark.
I'm just going to keep my eye out, make sure nobody comes back.
Okay, so he's kind of watching the area, Junior.
I'm looking for some water.
Yeah, I was going to say, is there any usable water?
See if there's any either usable water, potable water, or something like that. We could.
Okay, give me just let's just do a 2d6 roll, because it's just really...
It's there or it's not.
Yeah, it's there or it's not. So just 2d6
straight
roll, higher is better.
Nice.
9.
9. Okay. You do find one case, so we'll say it's, what I don't know, if you buy a thing of, like, bottled water, like 24 bottles or something, one of those old, some of them have started leaking or whatever, but you find some bottled water that is still basically drinkable. It's still basically potable.
All right. I'll drag it back.
Okay. Gil's reading his comics. Poe, are you just doing medical stuff?
No, I'm taking a break. I
turned the AC on full blast.
I'm sitting outside. I've got my pipe, and I'm just wondering how the hell we got in this mess with almost
You have a
2
pipe?
dead. Yeah.
That's awesome.
The pipe you light on from the bottom.
It's his medicine.
No, it's a
better.
wood pipe. It's a wood pipe.
It's for my nerves.
Yeah. I've got my sleeves. I've got my sleeves rolled up. I've got blood on my arms and like a smear of blood on my forehead from me trying to wipe sweat away.
I'll come dragging the water up. Hey Doc, I got some water here if you want to wash that blood off.
Thank you, Junior. I'm exhausted because I've been up this whole time.
Why don't you take one of your pills? It'll make you feel better.
No, I just because those are mostly crazy people. Do you want one?
No, I'm good. Where's Scott?
I have no idea. I don't know
Hey,
where anybody
I'm
is.
assuming I hear that because you guys are near the truck.
Yeah.
Over here.
Oh,
I am in what's left of the building, looking out what's left of a window, and just watching the street with
So-
my gun aimed out.
So what I'm envisioning is there's literally just the frame of a window left, and you're peeking out the window instead of the open sides around it.
Yeah, using
It looks great until the camera zooms back a bit.
but using the scope of the gun, like basically like binoculars.
Oh, that feels good. I've been holding that one in for, man, 12 hours now?
Oh God, that
Don't worry. Air out
that's worse
your-
than Taco Tuesday at the prison.
Tony, you're gonna have to check. I think you had a chaser on that one.
If I had a chaser, it'll work itself out later. Now, we didn't give up on the police station, did we?
I was just about to ask, are we gonna do something about the police station?
He smacks you across the head. He's like, no, you probably were not. But even if you were, I asked it first, you give me the credit. That's a great idea, Tony. Let's check the fucking police station.
All right, Tony, how are we getting in?
I'm so glad you asked.
That motherfucker's gonna steal my idea.
I bet you if a robot can move rocks, it can move a door. Or,
Nah, that
He's
was
gonna steal Boone's idea.
or you can get clever and not use the door.
Okay.
What, you think it doesn't have a fucking roof?
No, that's my idea.
Does this thing have a winch? Does the truck have a winch?
Yes.
Just pull the door off the hinges.
Well, we don't want to use the truck's power, so if we can do this ourselves, with hand tools.
Gil stealthily turns the AC off.
Oh yeah, you turned it. I didn't realize.
Yeah. Not only did he turn it on, he said, and I quote, full blast.
So,
The truck didn't have enough power to make it even a block anymore.
Enough for a few moments of AC.
But my Gil's bike had a full charge. Let's not talk about that.
Well,
Okay.
okay.
That happened. We made no progress yesterday with our battery charge. He's gonna full fucking charge his motorcycle now. Oh man. You're single-handedly sabotaging us.
Welcome to Gaming with Chad.
All right. So, Junior,
Yeah,
you heading over to the police station then?
I guess so. Marlene, you coming?
Yeah, does anybody have any cigarettes?
I'll go with you.
Well, I have. Yes, I have cigarette. I have a cigarette roller with tobacco.
I don't know how to. I'll figure it out.
There you go.
Thank you.
Do I have a lighter? No, I don't have a lighter because somebody fucking took mine.
Oh no, it's right here.
Then before we leave, I'm like, hey, Dr. Poe, may I have a light?
Yeah, I have a lighter, but I also have wood matches. I'll give you a wood match. Like,
Thank you.
Hearts turns his head and says, I have a plasma torch if you require help.
Oh, I'm good, but thank you.
It tastes better with a wood match.
I did not know you also smoked the match.
Sometimes you have to smoke the match.
So, what? Can I
it's a euphemism there. That
we're
just can't
make? So it's just Tony, Junior, Scott, and me and Marlene that are going to
The police station.
the police station.
Mm-hmm.
How mobile is Gil?
Probably not very at all.
Yeah, I'm not terribly so, but I'm going to fudge it.
No, that's all right.
Okay. Yeah, you're not. You've lost a lot of blood. And you did take
I
it.
lost a lot of bud. Dude.
Lost a lot of blood.
Stole my stats.
That's a bad day.
Yeah, he's just pouting at this point. He's not even.
Yeah, I'm not going with them either because it wouldn't make sense for me to leave the two people that are
Right.
really injured.
Hey, Gil, we could probably find a wheelchair for you or something.
That's not a half bad idea. And find a cork so I can take my finger out of this bullet hole.
Cork. Gotcha.
We could put a tampon in it.
I already
I'm
used one
serious.
of those. Yeah, I already
Yeah.
used one for who had a bloody nose. Oh, it was you.
Yeah, he had 2 tampons out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a guy who was a medic in the army in the Middle East, and they just carried tampons. Just like, boop, stick it right in that bullet wound.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You gotta take it out later.
we've all been there.
Yeah, there's like, just don't light the fuse.
Don't light the fuse.
You never heard that expression? Who lit the fuse on your tampon?
No.
Yeah. Oh, I've been married a long time.
I can't wait to say that to Shannon.
Yeah. Now, if this were a negative episode, I would tell you the story about the time I actually pulled the pin on the grenade, so to speak. My girlfriend and I at the time, we were getting frisky, and she's like, "I'm on my period." I was like, "I don't care." Out with one and in with another.
But you'd only tell that story if we were in negative.
not on
you just told.
Yeah,
That would be dope.
You know, if this was a negative episode, I'd tell you, and then you proceed to tell the entire
Well,
thing.
what's really scary is that obviously there's more detail to this story that he's holding back.
Well, so you can swim in the Red Sea.
You're done. Okay, so right.
But yeah, so I'm lighting my cigarette, and it's really great because I haven't had a cigarette in a long time, and you get that sort of high, euphoric feeling from that first few puffs, and you're like, oh, I think this is a bad idea. I love it. Yeah.
You know, I've got
police station.
nicotine gum if you want some of that.
No.
All right.
Okay, you guys.
I smoke and eat nicotine gum at the same time.
You're trying to be cool.
You got like patches on your.
I'll tell you what. Between hair gel and cigarettes, fuck, Junior's my new favorite person.
So you guys, as you're walking up the street toward the police station, Parks is still in the process of clearing back rubble, and is going to attempt at some point to get the solar panels deployed. Let's see if he actually can do it in time to get any sunlight. Probably not. But nonetheless, he is diligently working, as he is wont to do. And you guys make your way up toward the police station. As you are going up the street, you catch a glimpse of Gil Jr. In the middle of the street, fighting with one of the manhole covers. Like, he's on the street, like, trying to push the manhole cover, it looks like, back into place. And when he sees you guys coming, he looks befuddled.
I give him I just like raise my hand like, hey, Gil Jr.
How did you guys survive?
Oh,
Magic?
Yeah, bullshit, lady. How'd you survive?
Come here, I'll show you.
He walks over.
Do you have a coin?
I'm not asking about... No, I don't. No, I don't have a coin.
Do you have a coin?
I actually do have a coin.
All right,
I have a space coin.
I'll do just a quick bit of legerdemain and make it disappear in my hand.
Okay, so there's a house right there. Go ahead.
Hold on one second. I'll produce the corn from behind his ear. It's small. It's very, very large. This takes, and I'll kind of roll it along my fingers. This takes a tremendous amount of skill and concentration to make a whole house disappear, and I'll disappear the coin again. To make an entire house disappear, I just don't have that kind of energy in me any longer.
Yeah, I guess you are getting up there.
I take a drag of my cigarette, and I there's a moment where I look in like I'm going to blow cigarette smoke right in his face, and then I just shoot it out the right side of my mouth, and I'm like, what's that supposed to mean?
Well, my dad used to just say that once you hit a certain age, you just start slowing down and don't have the energy to do things you used to do.
He's right. He's right.
So
That's Marlene.
about 20.
I thought so. Yeah, I didn't think she was very old.
It's like,
I think she's the youngest person in the party.
Yeah.
I look back at Marlene and go, well, he is right. Not about you. I'm just saying.
I look at Junior, I look at the kid, I look at Marlene. I just kind of shake my head. You never call a woman old.
thank you. What were you doing in the sewer? Is that where you've been hiding all these years?
Oh, it's terrible down there. Why would you want to live in the sewers? It stinks. It's dark.
But you just came up from there.
He didn't say live, he said hide.
I didn't come up from the sewer. I'm just trying to put the covers back. So the next bunch of idiots that come in here and... Look, I got to do this while I'm young and I still got the energy to do it. I got to get my reputation now before I get too old. I figure once I'm there, I can just, kind of sit back, relax, take it easy. People know not to come here anymore.
I saw one of them get pulled down in there.
If I can make them afraid, the world will get around. Everybody will be afraid.
How'd you do it?
It's a very mature outlook,
Thank you.
Junior. Gil Jr.
How'd you do it? How'd you pull him down there?
Oh, I didn't pull anyone down into the sewers.
Someone else down there pulling in?
Yeah, you want to meet him?
Probably not.
Well, there you go.
They're just kind of smiling. I like this kid.
So there's people down there?
Dead ones, lots of them.
Well, how they get pulled down there?
I got a friend down there that does what I tell him to do.
Oh.
Don't
Man,
worry.
I wish I had friends like that.
On this one,
You are the friend that gets told what to do.
don't worry. I like you guys. You're nice. That's why I checked you out when you first came in. See if you were nice or not. You're nice to me. So, yeah. You guys get to leave.
Oh, thanks. You want a cigarette?
Sure.
10-year-old kid.
You're breaking the law.
He's just handing out cigarettes left and right.
He tries.
Smoking's a social thing.
What does that mean?
That means you'd like to do it with a group. It's a bonding.
So what are we bonding over? Are we?
Friendship.
Well, it's smoke to friends.
All right.
You're so lucky I have a hole in my chest.
It's like a 1950s PSA on smoking.
Don't worry.
Surgeon
They're
General
filtered.
Surgeon General
Smoke to
says
friends.
social activity.
Hey, kid, you're from this town. You know where the key is to the jail?
That's an interesting question, does he? You know what? Actually, there's no way he wouldn't. Actually, you'd think about it for a minute and say, probably. Know where a dead cop is. He's got keys on him.
Might save us some time.
All right, fine. Here, hold my cigarette for me.
Hold the cigarette.
I'll be back in a minute. Let me go find the keys.
What happened to this group? Like, everybody's like puffing smokes now and shit.
He
gotta
didn't
smoke. I
even
just told
cough. He smoked that cigarette, didn't even cough.
No, he hasn't
He's in a
inhaled it
sewer
yet.
with dead bodies already. Smoking's the last
I'm
one.
gonna take a cigarette and I'm gonna flick with my fingers, flick the cherry out, and then make sure pat it, make sure the cigarette's out, and I'm gonna put it behind my ear.
Okay.
Hopefully that gel doesn't light on fire.
Well, I haven't used the gel yet, but yeah, that terrifies me.
All right, so he comes back a little bit later, or like a couple moments later, with a ring of keys and tosses them to you.
All right, thanks.
I think it's got to be one of those.
Thanks, GJ.
Let's go. Let's go open a door.
You need to pick a name for me. GJ.
Gil Jr.
Well, how does Gil Jr. get to GJ?
I'd say GJ.
G is the first letter of Gil, and J is the first letter of Junior. GJ. It's an abbreviation.
Oh, yeah, I knew that.
Aw, he's illiterate.
Well, you've got some stones on you, kid.
Thanks. You're pretty stony yourself.
You got that right.
All right. Well, we have keys. Let's go see if these keys work.
Yeah.
Head to the police station and try keys.
Not going to get a hand here. I just gave you the keys.
What you need? Oh, I go over and I push back the.
Okay, so you hold and push the
Yeah.
manhole cover over. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's quite heavy. Their manhole covers, they weigh something like 100 pounds. We had to figure this out because of the Heart's manhole cover throwing.
The trajectory. Right. I should have won. Bet.
But you didn't, and I've got yours up.
So, yeah, it takes some work, but you do manage to push it back into place. Gil, or it's not Gil, Scott, instead of calling you Boone, I called you Gil. Man, my words are just like, I'm spelling toast. Give me 2d6 plus your perception.
14.
14. Okay. This is something you notice as you're putting it back. This manhole cover. All right. So you're thinking as you've walked through the town, manhole covers, generally speaking, don't really have depending on the manhole cover, don't really have a top or bottom. But you've noticed the ones that you have seen around town. They have marked on the iron that they're made out of what was the name of the local water and sewage company. Okay, but apparently that is only on one side. The side that you have facing up right now is actually the underside of this manhole cover. It was not slid aside; it was flipped off. Like something like a coin that's on its head, being flipped over onto tails.
Wow. Your friend's pretty strong, isn't he?
Always real strong.
I just wipe him push back, and I.
Is it that guy from Goonies?
It's totally
Hey, you know what? He can't grow a beard. That's all I know.
That's the only thing we do know for sure.
You got a robot friend like they do?
No, you want to see him?
I kind of do.
All right. Well, come with me. I've got more of these to push back. Take you down. You can meet him.
Okay. You guys got the police station thing?
I tossed you the keys. I'll stick with him.
I want to make a bet.
Wait.
Okay. I bet you they're fucking around.
Let's
I'm not taking that bet.
let's take just so I'm clear. You two are going to go into the sewer
Yeah.
with a kid whose balls are so heavy they drag feet behind him when he walks. You're going to go down there into the sewer with him alone and his friend that can flip manhole covers.
In the dead body.
And then you're going to send me alone to go to the police station to see if there's anything of value.
I agree. It's a horrible idea.
All right,
She could get jumped by more people.
You want to come with us? That's okay if you want to.
I tell you what.
I look over at you. I don't want to leave either one of you alone, but I think you can handle yourself a little better
Look,
than he can.
it makes a lot of sense. Let her stay. It's girls don't like this stuff anyway.
He's just egging you on.
Yeah, I'm not going to that fucking sewer.
Okay.
But I spin the police keys in my hand. I'm like, all right, I'll see you guys back at the truck.
Okay, you guys. So, all right. So you're going to the police station.
Yeah.
Marlene's going to the police station. Junior and Scott, you're both going to the sewer.
Yep, begrudgingly.
Okay,
Because Hearts is back at the truck, correct?
that's correct.
Yeah. Great, you fucking assholes.
Oh, and as don't forget last time somebody went to that police station. Last time somebody went to that police station, there was a bunch of shooting. So be careful.
Last time anybody went into that sewer, there was a lot of screaming.
I looked at the kid. Didn't you come out of the sewer?
No,
Oh,
I don't go down there very
this
often.
kid. This, are you taking us into a trap?
No, and I told you I like you guys.
Yeah,
You get to leave this town,
that's nice.
and if you come back, I mean, I don't know. They say you change when you get older, but I'll probably still be cool. I might turn into an asshole, but if I haven't, then you can come back too, and we can have another social smoke.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
All right, once I'm away from them and I'm walking toward the police station, if there was a camera on my face, I visibly relax.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, there is a camera on your face. Emma, you're probably well aware, can see almost everything you were doing.
I visibly relax.
And
Look,
is
look.
the city.
Gil points at the monitor. See that? I was right. They're fucking around.
I give him a coin.
Yeah, I look at one of the cameras, like the traffic camera, and I look at it, and then I give a thumbs up and smile.
See that? That's why tigers eat their young.
I'm shaking my head next to him.
For a split second, the actual stoplight turns green and then turns off.
And I just smile bigger.
All right, you guys reach the top.
Wait, what's powering all this shit? And why aren't we hooking it up to the truck?
That's a fabulous question.
And Gil is too dumb to think of it.
You have
Actually,
asked a brilliant question.
Actually, I thought
That there was an
there was a
answer for.
generator.
Yeah, they found a generator.
Gil's got comics. Carry on. I don't want to hear this answer. It'll just make me mad.
They found a generator with
Fuck you,
fuel.
no, I don't want to hear it.
Really?
Yes.
No. The only people that knew about it were Junior and Boone.
And so now it's just Junior.
Yeah.
Goddamn Junior.
They started building a robot body for Emma.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
well,
we got to find that robot body and destroy it.
Which, by the way,
It's gotta be here somewhere.
you have a robot body.
I know.
What? You're no robot.
Hearts.
Hearts. Why not? If Emma can, and again, I'm taking.
Oh, your other robot.
Yeah, if Emma can take control of the computer systems of this particular vehicle and the CCTV and the lighting system and whatever, why not? I mean, that's my first instinct is
Because we don't want that.
I gotcha.
She actually did take. She actually did take control over Hearts at one point,
Right.
And it freaked everybody out. So all the remote stuff was
Yeah,
taken
we're so
out of it.
close-minded.
Yeah, because that's the character I really want to play. But Emma in Heart's body.
Perfect combination.
The reason I didn't put Emma on the ballot was because of the fact that there's, like, I think I would have to be dictating too many actions
Sure,
to
sure.
you, because there is a lot of complexity to what she is and how she works.
Makes
and,
sense.
like, you'd be doing a paint-by-numbers character.
Roger
and
that.
So I figured any of the other four that I put on the
No.
ballot were much more, would give you a lot more room to operate.
I love it.
So, okay. You guys get to the sewer. The Gil Jr. Gets on the ladder and climbs down into the darkness. There's sun shining over from overhead, but it's still obviously pretty dark down there.
It smells like Tony's feet down here.
Yes, oh my god.
Yeah, why do you think you hear him call back up his voice up? Why do you think I don't come down here very often?
Man,
It's nothing but dead bodies.
Well, come on.
all right. Man, I wish I had hose respirator. Ugh, I try and hold my breath as much as I
In his
can.
gloves and
Yeah, he tried to get that last time, remember? Because he was breathing on those fucking feet.
I'll take the I'll take the used bloody tampons and stick them up my nose.
Yeah.
I save everything.
nose blood, in case anybody forgot.
Yeah. No, I know what they're from, but still, it's
But
like...
saying bloody tampons up my nose doesn't sound too good.
It doesn't matter where the blood came from. It's
Unless you're talking about a cheesy punk band or something.
I know where the
Bloody
blood's from.
tampon.
I was
Up my
there.
nose.
Badass band name.
So, Junior, you go down. I'll wait till Wayne gets back.
All their albums are like Bloody Tampons. Up My Nose is the album name. Or Bloody
I have your
Tampons
nuts?
on the Sidewalk.
So, all right.
my butt.
For dinner.
Junior has gone down. Scott, are you also going down?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go down.
Keep it with bloody tampon.
You go down into the sewers as well.
Merry Christmas.
There is some water built up in the
Season's greetings to bloody
sewers.
tampon.
They're not large. These are not gigantic, medieval walkways. In fact, if you were to actually try and go through these sewers, you guys would have to hunker down. The water, the pipes are actually carrying away the rainwater, and you hope it's just rainwater. Not that the local sewage is in use, but
Only like coming from the
is
hole,
from
I'm
above,
assuming?
yeah. So it actually is somewhat hard to adjust to the light, because when you're standing under the sewer, your eyes aren't adjusting. And when you move away from the sewer opening, you're suddenly in the darkness. It takes a little bit for your eyes to adjust. Both of you give me 2d6 plus perception.
Wow.
Rolled a 12, so additional D6.
Additional d6
Wow.
and add to it.
Very good.
5. So 17 plus perception. So 23.
Okay.
13.
So, Junior, you rolled almost the top success level, but you still rolled way up there, so don't worry, you're going to get plenty of information. But you rolled almost the edge of the scale. So, as you get down in this water, and because it's near openings to the sewer, there's some just junk built up down here. So there's some biological material like leaves and such that's decaying. Some of it's been carried along, deposited here by water. There's old scrap and junk from the city, just bits and pieces of things that have fallen in here. You do notice, though, that there's a point where the water catches a little bit before going from this kind of junction up into one of the pipes that leads away from here. And at that point, you see what appears to be a human femur that is sitting there it looks fairly clean, except for some bits of raggedy cloth that are hanging from it.
Okay.
And as you are looking at that, you look up from that and into the pipe that it would have flowed into if there's just a little bit more water going through here. You look up and you see set maybe about 3 feet apart, 3-4 feet apart, are two rather large eyes, reflecting, glinting, kind of a yellow-green color, looking right back at you from the darkness.
And I go, hey, GJ, is this your friend?
Yeah.
Oh,
You want to see something badass?
he says we all float down here. I'm
I'm noticeably on edge.
yeah, sure.
Okay, come here. Get back into this pipe over here. He gets into one of the side things.
I follow up to the side.
Okay. So he hunkers down. You guys have to squeeze in. It's not a large area. You guys have to squeeze in pretty tight to be together. And the kid just claps his hands twice, and you hear big movement. And a snake that is so large that it fills the sewer pipes emerges from that pipe, briefly looks at, snout to face with the kid, and then turns and goes into the opposite pipe and just continues on down. You watch this thing's body go by. It's very hard to tell down here. You think this thing may be 100 feet long.
I make brown.
I struggle to stay quiet.
And it passes and just disappears further off into the sewers.
I look at the kid and I go, are you fucking kidding me?
About what?
That's your pet. That's your friend.
Yeah,
How come that thing hasn't eaten you yet?
because we're friends.
Wow.
Look, you got a cigarette for it?
It smokes? Fuck yeah, I do. They can have mine. Wow. You stick it in its nose hole or something?
I don't know. I've never had a cigarette before, but if that's what you do with friends, this is my friend. And he's kept me safe for a really long time.
You stick that in.
How big was he when you met him?
When I first saw him, he was about my dad's size, so he kind of holds up. He's making a shape about 6 feet.
Wow.
And he's been down here eating bad guys.
Yeah. When people come through the town, I decide if I like him or not. And if I like him, then he just stays down here and rests. And if I don't like him, then he gets some food.
He responds to your calls.
Yeah. Don't your friends respond to you?
Well, I have a friend who has a bird that responds to his calls.
Okay.
They might be.
Well, that's kind of
similar.
weird, but
No, weirder than 100-foot fucking snake that follows commands.
I've never seen you do so fucking like judgmental about the situation.
I've never seen a bird do that.
Yeah, pretty weird. No, you have no idea where it came from, huh? Just down here.
Well, no. I mean, once upon a time, I think my dad owned it.
Oh, okay. Well, that's pretty badass, dude.
Yeah. He told me that if anything ever happened, that Ka would take care of me.
What's his name?
Ka?
Ka.
Of course, his
does.
name is Khan. From the Jungle Book, right?
He used to take a thing. It was like a needle, and he would poke it into Ka when Ka was still little.
Yeah? Like a needle, huh?
Yeah,
Like give it medicine?
I guess. All I know is it was the next carnival my dad died, and about then Ka started eating a lot more and started getting really big.
Oh. Is there any more of that stuff?
I don't know. I don't think so. Why, you want to try it?
Sorry.
No, I just, you know, it might be worth something.
Or something to who?
Something's always worth something to somebody.
That's what Tony's job is I'm pretty
I'm
sure.
sure Tony could probably figure out a way to sell it.
This stinks down here, though. That's why I don't come down here often,
You
because,
ain't kidding.
yeah,
Let's get out of here.
Todd doesn't mind where he shits.
Apparently.
Like this, he kind of kicks at the femur. It's down there. He probably just dumped that out while he's going by if sometime. Maybe last night, even.
He doesn't like...
Let's get up there where we can breathe.
He starts climbing the ladder. He's looking down. Now he eats the people, and then he poops out, like, clothes and bones, and sometimes,
metal and stuff?
yeah.
Really?
Stuff I guess he can't, like his stomach can't handle, I guess.
Oh, okay. We'll have to tell Tony about that. It's no worse than his fucking feet.
He gets out of the sewer.
Yeah.
Nothing for now. The list you asked for.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I want to play this kid.
All right, and then we'll just go where Marlene was headed.
Okay.
No, we thought Hearts was OP. The kid is OP.
Yeah, the kid's badass.
All right, so Marlene, you make it to the police station. There's a front and back door to it. So it's like end of a strip mall, reinforced building.
Right.
You're able to get in the front door pretty easily to like a receiving area where there's some bulletproof glass that a cop would have stood behind. But then the door that actually leads back into the police station is substantially heavier and is also locked. And you can see over the years, people have tried to smash this thing in.
Right.
They've tried all number of things, and just nobody has succeeded.
My first instinct is to look at the ring of keys that I have and try the keys and see if I can find a key that will work in this door.
You do.
Brilliant. All right. The next thing that I'm going to do is make sure that I close that door behind me and relock it.
Okay. Do you have a light? Because you are now in the dark. Because there are no windows in this porch.
I don't know. Do I have a light?
Would you have a light? It's plausible, if nothing else, that you would have like a match
Small
and a
pen.
candle or
Okay.
something. I don't know if you have a pen light, because I don't know where to get the batteries.
Oh,
but-
sure. Of course.
But, I mean, yeah, would you have something like a candle? Sure. I mean, I think it'd be kind of weird not to, so...
All right. So I'll pull the candle out and, light it, and then light my fresh cigarette from the, not fresh, but the cigarette from the kid on my candle.
Okay.
And then
How'd you light the candle?
match. I had a
Where'd you get the
match.
from?
He said he said I have a matching candle.
But you asked to get a light because you didn't have a light.
I did.
You're
Didn't I?
throwing off the consistency.
I
of
thought-
the
didn't want to use a-
universe,
I
man.
I thought Poe said he gave her wooden matches, plural.
There you go.
I said I had matches. I used one.
Oh.
We can say I gave you some.
I don't.
there you
I'm
go.
just busting your balls anyway.
All right, so I have a few matches that I got from
Yeah,
Dr.
this whole
Bell.
game's over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God fucking Broder comes back and it's all ruined.
100-foot snake, totally legit.
We're playing Rift.
Him having matches out.
What we should do is start another Rifts Kickstarter.
That's true. Now would be a good time because Kevin Symbieta is probably so deep in lawsuits he couldn't afford to do anything about it.
Do you love riffs? We don't. Give us money.
You will never see a Rift product. You're just like Kevin's. We're just being honest.
Right. That's worth something.
All right. But yeah, so I got my candle and my matches that I got from Dr. Poe.
Wow. Nice retcon.
Kind of, hey, that's welcome to gaming with Brodor. So I'll start kind of poking around.
All right. So where you're standing, hallway. The walls are that like crappy, cheesy, not real wood paneling. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. So it's kind of just not real, like sort of laminate kind of paneling. And carpet, you have no idea what color it used to be. It is now kind of this faded gray-green color, threadbare, in many places. And from the smell of the place, it's just incredibly musty in here. The place just smells of rot and stagnancy. You don't get a sense that like there's. I mean, once again, the doors are sealed. You're not sure how long. I mean, it may have been decades, 50, 60 years since anyone's been in here.
All right.
But up ahead of you, there's a couple doors on the left, a couple doors on the right, and then there's an opening straight ahead.
I'm going to go to the opening straight ahead.
Okay,
Check
so
that out first.
Opening straight ahead.
When we get there, we'll bang on the door. So
Okay.
whatever that is.
Yeah, I'll cue you guys in here in a moment. So when you get up ahead, you find so up ahead, there's lockup. So the area you're staying in is a small lockup. This place was not meant to handle much of anything. It's basically just a drunk tank.
Right.
You don't think they could put more than about three or four people in there. There's a desk with a chair. There's nobody on the chair. There is some just kind of random crap, like a very, very old coffee mug sitting there. There is a data pad sitting on the desk. There is nobody locked up. And you can also, this particular room does lead to a side smaller room where there's one door and then another door. So like kind of like an airlock sort of system, I guess. Right. Not literally an airlock.
Yeah,
but it leads to the back door that leads back outside.
Okay.
So it's probably just to keep them from, accidentally letting a prisoner loose or something like that by opening a door.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to poke around, check drawers, look, under desks, basically, kind of crawl under, look under the desk, see if there's anything hidden underneath it, sort of stuff.
No, you're mostly finding lots and lots of random crap. Yeah, gum, personal effects, faded pictures of families you don't recognize, a memorial to an officer who was hit and killed by a drunk driver. It's a lot of just random stuff back here. Faded posters that once upon a time probably said something about encouragement or on justice or who knows
dare.
What. Yeah, dare sort of things. Don't do drugs.
Hang in there.
All right. Well, in that case, if there's nothing of interest here, I'm just going to go back out into that hallway and then just go to the first door that is on my right.
Okay, so when you go back out into the hallways, you start looking at the doors that are on your left and right. There's one of the ones on your left is pretty clearly marked as a bathroom, so that one's easy enough to identify. One of them is a small break room. Okay. So there's a table, no longer functional refrigerator in there, sink, stuff like that. It smells the worst of the rooms that you've encountered. On your right, the two doors lead into a single room. So it looks like once upon a time this may have been two rooms divided by a wall in the middle, but some rework was done to remove that. And there are several desks in there. You're guessing this is where the officers actually would have worked. There is a dispatch radio. You also do see a locked locker.
All right. Well, I'll see if one of these keys works for the locker.
Okay. So you go over to the locker and give me a 2d6 roll and see if you can find the key and if the lock still works.
All right, just flat 2d6.
Flat 2d6.
6.
That's nice and average.
Yeah, it's nice and average. Roll again. I need something that's
extreme. 6.
Fucker. You roll 6 again.
The plus side,
5.
the lock hasn't been exposed to elements.
No, I guess that's true. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'll give it to you. It takes some work. Okay. So you're sitting there working with the lock. You get it open, and inside, there's some extra. There's a bunch of extra police equipment. So you find handcuffs in there, in a side closet, not in that lock thing, but in the side closet next to it. You do find other stuff. I'll get back to the locker in a minute. But in a side closet, you find other things you'd expect to find, like police tape, orange cones.
Ooh, give me an orange cone.
I
need a new hat.
There's some patrol jackets hanging up. Winter is coming, by the way. So it is fall, so patrol jacket. Up to you if you want to take it.
Yeah, absolutely, I do.
Please.
I mean, I'll swim in it, but whatever.
But within the locker, you find several sidearms and a pair of rifles and a pair of shotguns, and then some ammunition. Okay, well, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Oh, no. I'm just going to, I will, I'll just take a quick mental inventory of that stuff. I will, I'm going to grab a pair of handcuffs, though, and put them in the pocket of my new police jacket. What'd you call it?
Patrol jacket.
Patrol jacket. Okay.
Like one of those, sort of real heavy, like kind of weird brown colored coats that has a patch on it, not a badge. It has like a patch on it. And...
Cool. All right. Well, I'll take a quick inventory of that, like I said, mentally, and then I'll lock it back up.
Okay.
And then I'm just going to head back toward the front of the building, where I came in originally, and see if, just basically poke my head outside, see if I see him coming.
Okay. As you are approaching the front of the building, you hear a knock on the door that leads into the police station.
Okay. I will. All right. Well, I hear the knock, but I don't know who it is because I can't see through the door, I presume.
That's correct.
So I'll just wait.
A little bit of time goes by.
Marlene?
Okay. I'll open the door. I'll unlock it.
Okay. You unlock it, and Scott and Junior are standing there.
Where's the kid?
He
Oh, no, actually, the kid's still following. Well, no, he's closing manhole covers, so no.
he's down the street.
His friend is a snake. A dinosaur fucking snake.
A what?
It's a big ass snake.
Call me Bliskin.
100-foot long fucking snake.
Bullshit. Come on, I found some guns.
Like swallow a man live snake.
So I found some guns.
Found a sweet jacket.
I did.
You might have to roll it up a little bit, but
It
looks pretty good on you.
It's fine. It's part jacket, part blanket.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
It's got a big fuzzy hood on the top.
it does. I'm pretty happy with it. But yeah, follow me.
Let's get the guns.
I'll take them straight to the locker and open it up and.
Wow.
Okay. So we're going to check here individually to see what the shape of all of this is. But you find quite a few guns in there. Now, it may take, based on how we work out the quality and how well preserved these guns are.
Because none of the stuff is actually preserved, like they put the shit in it, in the barrels. And
it's not grease packed or anything like that. So, no. So
the only thing going for us is the fact that they've been locked up without really the elements hitting them.
So that's why we're going to do some rolls. But you think at the very least, unless you guys really roll terribly, even if not everything here is functional, you could probably, for example, combine the two rifles into one working rifle. For example, we'll see how that plays out.
Are there any, are there any duffel bags?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not hard to find.
Okay. Something that we can actually carry them in.
So not that Gil is there. Most police stations have like a locker room with lockers. Might have some interesting stuff in there.
Yeah, but for now, gathering the guns, and then we'll look at the other room.
Yeah, it's like a computer, but a small handheld computer in the other room.
I'll go check that out.
I had no idea what to do with that. So, all right. So, kind of gathering the guns and bag and not really going through them here. Figure we'll do that back where there's more light. Just kind of.
Yeah.
All right, Junior.
Mm-hmm.
The data pad is still functional. Does still have its power. It's been shut off this whole time.
Okay.
When you turn it on, you are looking at the message box, so the email inbox, for whoever it is that once upon a time owned this data pad.
Security is horrible in the future. No passwords, no PIN numbers, no biometrics. Everything just turns on. Bitches.
It's just like today because security's an inconvenience.
But the most recent message in there is a request from the mayor of Amboy for some extra officers to help with a situation of public order.
Okay. No reply. No.
No reply.
Okay. And it says it doesn't give any details. Just says there's needs extra officers for
An issue of public order.
Okay.
I actually gave the mayor a name from.
Oh, previously, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't remember what his name was.
Oh, the corpse dresser?
No, not the corpse dresser.
No. I mean that area.
That town. Yes,
yeah, that town. That I did not write down in my copious character creation notes.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, we did give him a name.
I've got it.
And there was a reporter he was
My character creation notes
talking
are written
to.
Nice.
Boy, Leonard Krakow.
That was the reporter.
Okay. Because we have Leonard.
Oh, and then he was that's right. He was actually writing to a general.
General Moore.
General-
Monroe.
General Monroe. That's right. Here it is. Reporter was Leonard Krakow, and yeah, he was writing to a General Monroe, but he was in the mayor's office, and he and the mayor were both dead,
Right.
and had apparently been shot.
Right.
In the pace.
Well, pussies died of gunshot wounds.
All right, so let's see what the conditions are. So,
down. Real men die of spears.
Brodor and Wayne, both of you roll me 2d6. This is one
Well,
each for
took a
the
stab at it.
shotguns.
Hey,
Condition 8.
6.
Okay, you can strip them down into one working shotgun.
Okay. You got this.
So you have one working. You have a working pump shotgun plus a few spare parts.
Did you guys find any ammo?
Yeah. We'll get to that. Okay, the 2 rifles. Same thing. Give me 2d6.
This will fire them.
7.
6.
We had to look this up one time. Is that
The answer is yes.
Yeah.
Center fire ammunition has a ridiculous shelf life.
as long as they're not exposed to elements corroded? That's what
Yeah.
Well, and it's good if you store them with desiccant, like those little desiccant packets. It's a good idea to store them with those.
So
Not that I'm a
for the-
prepper.
so
How long does desiccant last, anyways?
I don't know.
So same deal. You're able to strip that down to one working rifle with some spare parts. Okay. The sidearms. But all 3 of you roll me. You're rolling 2 individual d6s. We'll just use these each for the condition of each gun. So don't tell me a total. Tell me what each die is. So 1 and 6. Okay. So one that's basically trash, and the
3
one
and
that's
2.
fine. Okay, Wayne. So we've got 1 working gun from Brodor, 1 total from you,
And
and
a 3 and a 3.
3 and 3. Okay, you're able to get back together 3 working handguns. All right. So now let's start taking a look at ammunition. All right. What is the shape of the shotgun ammo? Brodor, give me 2d6 roll.
Oh, come on. It's not that bad.
Check for. Oh, got it. Yeah, I was like, Jesus Christ. I mean, I know my handwriting is magic, but I don't know. 6.
6. So mediocre. All right. So there's going to be some working ammunition. So roll 3d6 for me. For fuck's sake. Okay.
11.
So you find 11 usable shotgun shells.
Nice.
Okay. They're all buck.
11 shell.
A lot buck.
But
Okay. 2d6 for the shape of the rifle ammunition.
9.
9. Okay, so Wayne, go ahead and give me 3d6, and we're going to multiply it by 2.
Nice. Except for I rolled it.
So,
7.
okay, 14 rifle rounds. Eric, the handgun ammo.
Ugh.
4.
4. So not in great shape. Okay, roll 2d6 for me.
9.
9? Okay. And we're going to double that because of the fact that they have more handguns than anything else. You find a total of 18 usable handgun rounds.
What caliber?
Yeah, what kind of handguns are these?
Yeah, they're semi-automatics. We'll go with 40.
Can we go to 45?
45.
Hold on, these are cops, right?
Yeah, most modern police departments. Well, I mean, I don't know what they're going to use 70 years from now, but they use most of them use 40 mil because it's the best between both worlds, between
But
the stopping
I don't have
power
a
of the 45.
and then I have a 45 caliber handgun with 2 bullets.
Now we know why he's asking.
Got it.
So they're 40 cals.
Are there any sort of firearms accoutrement like holsters,
yeah.
belts, that sort of stuff?
Yeah.
Any chance? And I totally understand if the answer is no. Any chance of there being an actual bullet-resistant vest or body armor of any kind?
Yes.
We should definitely take that stuff. And
Should have taken
then
it before. I got
cleaning
shot.
supplies for the guns, cleaning oil.
Yes. Also in the locker.
All right, yeah. So basically, anything. Yeah, I mean, so unlike
And-
fucking comic books, we're going to take stuff that actually has value for trade and survivability.
Okay, so add. You also now you can add on.
I'm not trading my comics. Fuck
Cleaning
you.
supplies.
So you have the gun cleaning supplies, 2 Kevlar vests,
I wanted to go
and,
there a circuitous route.
Yeah.
one. You also have one of the traffic helmets.
And an orange cone.
No, you actually have a bunch of orange cones.
Well, I only need one. I only have one head.
Is there riot gear or anything like that?
No.
We'll leave the cones behind.
Yeah. I don't know why we would need cones. I mean, if we break down, it's not
What
like
about
Are those the lighter Kevlar vests?
Yeah, these are not the ones.
What are
that
they? What's the rating on them?
The rating on them is -8.
Okay.
Jesus, tap dancing Christ.
What about radios?
Would
Well,
you find?
there was a base unit, so
Yeah, you would find radios.
I'm gonna grab as many of the personal.
The radios tend. The cops tend to have a central base.
Yeah,
Like there's probably a big tower out behind.
So-
things.
or was once upon a time.
So to put this in D&D terms,
but it's
the
electric.
dragon's fucking dead. And we just walked in and were like, hey, is that your horde? We'll take it.
Right.
All right, so even if it doesn't work, Junior wants electronics. So
I'll take the actual
So the main.
the main
Okay.
components and I'll just start shoving radios and
Okay.
anything, cables and all kinds of stuff in there.
all right, if that's it for that room, I kind of head to another, see what other rooms are around.
The ones I described before, you got lockup in back, along with a desk where likely processing was done.
I'll look through the desk real quick and see if there's anything.
That's
there.
personal effects, pictures,
Okay,
things
yeah.
like.
It's pretty obviously
worry.
already been looted.
The bathroom
Or searched.
There's a bathroom,
Evidence?
right?
Yeah,
Is there like a little supply closet?
Yeah.
I take all the toilet
like
paper.
a big.
Yeah.
But it's probably
Like a cage.
That's actually not a bad idea. I'm looking around for like first aid kits.
Junior's the real hero.
Yeah, it's a police station, so
I got
yes.
Charmin, boys.
yeah.
Seriously, I'm not kidding. It's like the dragon died and just some other heroes killed it when it was attacking a village.
Hey, so have you
and
ever
we were
read-
like, haha, Dragon Horde, fuck you, you're not home.
So have you ever read Chronicles of Narnia?
With the Lion Witch and the Wardrobe.
There was
that's it.
so in one of the books, one of the kids stumbles across a dragon that is simply dying of old age. It goes out, tries to take a drink of water, and just drops dead from heart failure, and that's how he gets his sword. There's no fight. It just drops dead of old age, and he takes his sword.
So one first aid kit, or is there more than one?
No, it was just 2 or so.
Okay.
'Cause, yeah, they would put them in the patrol vehicles and such. So
I'm glad people are looking for that stuff.
Any-
And there's more. You said there are more jackets too, or?
yeah. But
Gotta take care of these
All right,
gimps.
yeah, we got the
Right.
jackets too.
Give me a new shirt. Mine has a hole in it.
A big
Yeah,
one.
any clothes that are there.
yeah, there's a couple police uniforms.
Cop boots.
Yeah, varying sizes.
Oh man, I want a pair of oversized boots.
Give me a
Just leave
badge.
The
This
laces
is a
loose
ru-
on with a ton
like a
of
rural
flop out. Punk rock.
You got it.
Yeah,
Nice.
done. Punk rock loose boots.
Is there an evidence locker with some crystal meth?
For your pocket.
There's gotta be.
So, the question is this is something Chad and I were just discussing, is in a small town, they probably wouldn't have a big evidence lockup, but they might have a chain link cage
Yeah.
in part of a room where they keep
Well,
valuable
yeah,
evidence.
you know,
I mean, I don't know. I mean, again,
I pictured it in lockup, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, they would keep it near the lockup cell. I'm trying to think, okay, somebody give me 2d6 roll, see if there's anything interesting in evidence.
It would probably even be like a staging area for if you can sit somewhere that's
Yeah.
like county or something.
Exactly.
Got an 8.
Got an 8.
Oh, there's cocaine. I'm so happy.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm trying to think, what are you likely to find in a small...
Rural Illinois.
Weed.
Well, it's a suburban
Yeah.
area, right? It's a suburban area.
Yeah, it's a suburban to
So,
rural
80-year-old?
area.
Yeah, near Chicago. Yeah,
milk.
there's coke.
Yeah.
There's
There's
weed.
like 3
There's
pills of Molly.
There's pills. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You find a small assortment of illicit substances. You don't know what the shelf life is on them. You don't know what the quality was to begin with.
Put them all in a bag because that's what I see Poe do.
Smoke it all.
Yeah.
Hell, you probably don't know what the hell it is.
No, I'm gonna take it to Poe.
Okay.
So then I think
This is nothing.
Another duffel
You
bag.
guys found nothing.
I put
This is
in
my bag.
So one duffel bag, I put in a police uniform, a set of boots. Do they have any of like the nightsticks?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I throw some of that in. I put together. I throw one orange cone in if it'll fit.
Yes, you're
Hey,
looking for orange
this
cone.
is my Gil bag for when I get back to Gil. But basically, I'm trying to get a uniform that looks about his size, and
Aw.
Oh, I haven't been an asshole to him yet. He doesn't know.
Well, I mean, I'm sure you've been an asshole to him at some point.
Well, at the station.
Yeah.
See, I take my punk rock boots off and I unlace both boots most of the way. I tie the laces together and I sling them over one shoulder for easy carry over my big new coat.
All right. They come rolling back from the police station.
Are you girls done shopping?
Is there a?
do you actually say that?
No.
He's not there.
Okay, so we come back like, Gil, I
Yeah.
toss you a bag. Like, I haven't tossed you.
Ow! You fucking asshole!
There you go, guard.
Oh.
And when you open it, it is closed,
All ladies.
pretty
clothes.
close to your size. That is like a police uniform and a nightstick, like you may have even used as a guard.
To beat you.
Exactly.
Excellent.
Brings back the old days.
But I do intentionally throw it, knowing that it's going to cause you pain.
He dies first, Poe.
Hey Doc.
He dies first. All right.
Hey Doc.
Yeah.
I hate it. First aid kits.
Oh, nice. All right.
Oh, here's a bag of some stuff I found.
Why is it all mixed together?
You got weed on my meth, and you got meth on my tabs. You got Molly everywhere. Oh, this is gonna be a good night.
I just thought that's the way it went.
All right. Good job, Junior.
They didn't have a Kevlar for a canine unit, unfortunately. I was looking for one.
For canine.
Yeah, so we can have if we could have a dog.
Wow.
Emergency
So,
food supply.
So there were people. There were people underground. Kids got a giant fucking snake.
Oh, what are we talking about? Like a
100-foot swallows men whole and shits out their
I
bones.
think it's
Whatever.
Scotty High? You guys see?
no. I saw it.
No, I saw it.
He's telling the truth,
Yeah. It's like, yeah, there's a 100-foot snake. I saw it.
and I think it's.
I told you about it.
I think it's like blue.
Oh.
Yeah, the
No,
kid,
it's green.
No. I'm saying it's like your bird.
No,
kid-
it's a snake.
the kid whistled and it came. The kid whistled and it came and it listened
Like,
to him
who's
when
on
he told
first?
it to leave.
No, it's.
So I'm just saying, don't step near a manhole cover.
No, he thinks we're cool.
All right.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool snake.
He might think we're cool, but does that thing?
Why are we
think
talking
we're
to Gil?
cool?
He's high as fuck.
Yeah, I've been pretty much keeping him like, toked up.
I actually like
Honestly,
high Gil.
it's the nicest I've ever seen him.
Hi.
And this lighting, there's a bit of your mustache that is right under the nostrils that is darker than the rest of it. So I can picture you with a toothbrush mustache.
Excellent.
Yeah, it's quite amazing.
You should try it out now.
Oh, yeah, it's a good look.
Yeah.
I'll bring it back.
Dude,
No, it's Charlie Chaplin.
That's ours now. I'm bringing it back.
I'm going to redeem it.
I'm gonna do the Chaplin.
Charlie.
Oh God.
Is there anywhere in the truck to? I mean, there's a lot of space in the truck. Are there any like cabinets or anything? I
Oh,
know
yeah,
if
particularly the
that's-
ones you guys are, eating.
Okay, I packing up the weapons and things.
Okay.
Yeah, because in the back, like is like a whole.
Yeah, and you
mess
actually,
of
and you
stuff.
guys for some reason did not take the hab, so yeah, you actually have a substantial amount of.
Well, we were
storage
going to
space.
put stuff in there, and then someone blew up the damn city.
And the food packets are like MREs, right?
Yeah.
So there's plenty of matchbooks in there. So here, I have about 4 matchbooks.
That's where I got mine.
Thanks. Good. I almost ran out of matches.
Yeah, there
It was a
was.
tense moment there at the police station.
I have 1 match.
All right, so that night, you guys, since you can't really charge the truck at night, well, you could.
Hey, we have enough matching jackets. We could look like one of the gangs from Chicago.
We're the cop gang.
We're the coppers.
We are not good. No.
We're the blue boys.
Did anyone bring me a badge?
There's a badge in the bag. If there was one to find.
Wait a
legit
minute.
Badge.
I was against this moments ago, and now I am in favor of it. Because I do not like the idea of us being the police gang, right?
No.
Because none of us here have had a good experience with the police.
Right.
But
Is a horrible concert.
you are truly a damaged person. But we could have, if we were the law, then that's something different. Instead of being a part of the law, if we were the law,
What are you saying, Tony?
I'm saying that we are like police of our own ideas, right? Because police go around and they beat your head in because they don't like what you're doing.
I was Yep, that's what Gil used to
That's
do.
what
That
Gil
is
did.
what I did.
And then Lovin showed him the way. But before
As he always did.
Lovin showed him the way, what was he like? Forget about it. But what can we be like? Forget about it.
You guys heard from Lovin?
What?
No, what you think I got a Lovin phone on me?
You got a loving phone? Why didn't you tell us?
It's the cavalry.
I was going to say, that's a
I said,
flashlight.
he wasn't in my pod.
You answer the call.
No, Lovin must.
When Levin calls, you answer.
Well, he wasn't in our pod either, so that's 1 and 3 down. So he was in either 2 or 4. Now, if he's in 2, we might know where he is. We know at least where he passed by because I found one of their food packets. It was
he
teriyaki chicken.
Oh my god.
You know he survived. You can't kill good Lovin.
Oh no, Lovin's still out there.
That's when he's logging.
You know what? Lovin's in the air tonight.
After one of those missiles hit him.
Wherever he is, Lovin and God walk together.
Oh, my.
How long till this truck gets charged?
Weeks. Months.
Emma, how much charge do we have?
Please be months.
We unfortunately lost some charge, both to trying to keep the systems on while the truck was buried, and also Gil recharging his motorcycle. But
I fucking hate you.
You just got thrown under the van.
if we could get one good day of charging, it might be enough for us to at least make some substantial
Can we
distance.
can we drain the charge from the bike?
No.
Yes,
No.
you could pull its fuel pack and add it to
No.
the truck.
What if we need it?
Well, it's
already charged.
I was hoping the police station.
it
might
needs
have
to be
had-
fixed because you laid it down in the middle of the street.
I got shot. You used me as a human shield. You.
I was hoping the police station would have a generator, but
Oh, we got the generator that's down the street.
What?
Well, that's how the lights work.
What?
What?
can we charge this thing with the generator?
Probably.
You motherfucker. Hate every one of you. I turned the AC back on.
It's not gonna be that much. It's not gonna. Well, maybe. I don't know.
If it was powering the lights overnight, you left it running overnight. How much fuel was in it?
There was I found about 4 jerry cans.
I hate you. All of you.
But how were we supposed to? Yeah, we had to be able to see what was coming.
Which one of you convinced Mayor Mills to work with you?
Oh, well, I don't know if we convinced her, but I did her hair.
Okay. But there's a generator.
Mm-hmm.
So we should probably use the generator.
Yeah, if you want to.
I want to.
I mean, I can't move it. Hearts will probably have to bring it because it's pretty big.
Junior, you don't need to move the generator. The generator is simply generating electricity from the fuel.
Oh, yeah, we could probably just wire it up.
No, you just need to remove the fuel cores.
See, that's why I need Boone here.
I'm sorry, Junior, but I don't think Boone's coming back.
Well, I know, but he's the mechanic.
He was the mechanic.
He's the mechanic. Molly's the mechanic. Any of you other fucks mechanics?
Marlene, can you go take Hearts and please go get the fuel cells, and I'll stay here and be really stoned.
Junior, where's this generator at? Why don't you take me to it?
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you, Marlene.
All right.
I turn the AC back on.
Yours is the middle of it's nighttime in the fall.
I'm hot.
And you've lost a huge amount of blood.
I'm hot.
Every time he turns it on,
The
I
more
wait until he turns around, and then I go turn it back
Oh,
off.
I'm riding shotgun. I haven't moved. And I'm bleeding all over the upholstery too.
Jesus Christ.
I know.
All
It
right.
sucks.
No, your patches are pretty good. I got you pretty much wrapped.
Like swaddled.
Yeah, I should have wrapped your arms through
once
chest.
once we get there, I'm going to say, okay, Hearts, what parts do we need to take of this thing?
Just the fuel.
The actual, what did you call them, the canisters?
Jerry cans?
Yeah. We just need to take these cans. That's all we need.
The standard way that hydrogen was stored at this point in history is in a form of sponge that was kept usually in one of a handful of sizes of interchangeable containers.
So that's what we need.
Correct. These containers will be relatively small in size and relatively lightweight. They should not be difficult to transport.
Do we have space in the truck for the generator and the gas cans?
I would think so.
Well,
Because we
Hearts-
didn't bring the head with us, so yeah.
all right, and this is an actual in-game question. So, like, the generator that my father-in-law has literally has these big, beefy rubber wheels on it, so that you can pick it up and drag it or move it places around the backyard and what have you. Is this one portable?
No.
Okay.
This
I
was
assume
one
this one
backing
will-
up the
yeah.
building, so
I would assume this would be like a really large.
Right, bolted down, so
Okay,
Hearts might
perfect.
have
Yeah,
to-
so it might be one of those kick-ass ones that's actually, like you said, wired directly into the building. So then let's get the gas canisters and get the fuel cells. Let's carry what we can of use back to the vehicle, and then we should probably, I don't know, probably get on the road.
there's lots of electronics and a partial robot body in there too.
Where in the truck?
No, that's where he took you to the generator.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is where they were building the robot body.
Right.
What is that?
Oh, that's Emma's body. We were working on it.
No, you go. So you're in the shop.
Yeah, that's where the generator was.
Yeah, the table where you were building Emma's body, it's gone.
Those bastards. They took our shit.
I like him already.
Those motherfuckers. I'm sorry, Emma.
But they didn't take the fuel cells.
Well, apparently they are morons.
Great. Well, then, I mean, gasoline
Or he's
has
already in the body walking
Not
around.
gasoline.
gasoline has value. So let's take what gasoline we
No,
can.
it's not a gasoline generator.
Oh, so they're just actual
They're
jerry
hydrogen
cans
fuel
of
cells.
water.
Yeah, it's hydrogen fuel cells.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, there's no. If they're using gasoline, it's only because you can use gasoline to power.
Okay.
You can use it as a source of hydrogen.
So the jerry cans are literally just water that they're putting through the generator to power.
Or it could be gasoline. But if I want to stress, because that was something Eric threw out there, which I'm fine with. If they have gasoline, what they're using the petroleum for is you can process off petroleum for the hydrogen in it, and it is. I
Seems
think
like a gigantic waste of energy, though.
it's actually not because a hydrogen fuel cell is substantially more fuel efficient than a combustion engine is. So that's what you're after is basically
Right.
these things that they're just like bricks
Okay.
that inside of them there's a bunch of safety features and whatnot, and there's basically a sponge that's used. And once again, the technology does really exist, but there's something about these that goes beyond my knowledge of chemistry about how hydrogen works through them, and it's able to store it safely. So it's not like these things are going to blow up on you or something. So that's what you're looking for.
So yeah, we don't even need the cans.
Right. Well,
Right.
let's take the cells that we can scavenge and get back to the truck.
So, all right. So you guys pull those fuel cells out, bring them back to the truck. Somebody give me a percentile dice roll check.
Oh, I don't have anything but D6s with me.
Got here.
There's nobody has percentile dice, so I can go get some out of a dice bag.
98.
There you go.
27.
27. Okay, and then roll 1d10. Let me know what's on that d10.
7.
Okay, so you had 7% charge left in the truck. When you add this fuel on top of it, you now are able to get the truck up to 34% fuel.
That's not too bad. We leave the AC off.
What? I'm hot.
All right.
Sounds like it's
Take your
enough to
clothes
get-
off.
Get us out of town at
All
least.
Yeah, this could at least get you out of town and probably get you either to Chicago or somewhere nearby.
But we're not in danger.
So, they're
Why don't
off.
we just go to
So,
100%?
they're off. I asked you guys that question. So, where were you guys going?
Mm.
You don't remember? You're just driving?
We were going to Chicago, which means somewhere before we get there, we have to stop because I got orange paint specifically for the fire shark.
Chicago. I haven't heard anything good out of Chicago.
No, nothing good comes out of Chicago.
All right. So, long as we're on the same page there. He doesn't ask any more questions. He just wants to know where he's going.
Chicago.
Yeah, that's all he needs to know.
Man, a few words.
He goes back to actually he's cleaning the guns, and he said we'd have enough to put them together. He's doing that.
Okay. So, all right.
And then it's like, hey, you got armor?
I have the scrap armor.
I toss you one of the Kevlar vests.
Like, these are full just chest vests, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Seems like a good idea not to let the doctor get killed.
You're the smartest person we have on this team. You know that's
Who should the other one go to?
well, not Gilly, just waste it.
That's true. Well, my armor's still good. They're not going to shoot through this hole, so
Actually, if they shoot through that hole, you're lucky, and you've already got a hole there.
I've
That's true.
already got a vest that's similar to those. So
Who doesn't have armor?
I think maybe Junior.
Yeah,
Marlene?
Marlene's decked out head to toe in leather, but I mean, obviously that vest is a much better thing. But
you gotta keep Kevlar clean though.
Let's
Yeah,
give
it's-
Junior the other one.
You can't just
yeah,
throw it in a
that's probably
lake
the
and
best bet.
rub it against a rock. It has to be like dry cleaned,
Kevlar armor.
and it can only be used
-8.
once.
So we'll mark that off because we gave those out. You already gave you your bag, so you've got your.
Is there a badge
your
in there?
If there was a badge to find, there's a badge in there.
Yeah, there are badges there.
Right.
Yeah, because I would have looked for one. I got you
I've got a gold
a
shield.
full uniform
You
and a
gotta
badge
Flip it out.
and a nightstick.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
If I would have had a pen, I'd have named the nightstick for you. But
Call him Mama.
and there was a traffic helmet here.
Since these were city police, right? Or they were
For a small town.
Okay. I don't know if they were it was like black uniforms or brown.
No, this wasn't like highway patrol or
Well, city police are always black. County's usually like gray, green, brown.
Okay, Gil, you got a helmet for your bike?
Yeah. He's
All right.
got a Kevlar helmet.
All right, in that case, I'm keeping this.
So these are brown, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So I go through some of the clothes I grabbed. I'm assuming there was more than one coat. From
Oh, yeah,
okay. I grabbed one of those because it is getting cold. I don't know what the hell's wrong with him. So now I'm worried that he's got some kind of
He might.
something wrong.
Infection.
Yeah, has anyone but me here ever lost a substantial amount of blood?
He's still hot.
You
Fuck
are
you.
like you cannot get warm. I actually was sitting in the shower with nothing but the hot water on, still shivering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's happening to him is the opposite. What the fuck is wrong?
Yes, which is probably a good sign, that he's
He's doing fine.
Or he has dementia.
or he's going into like shock or
Right.
something.
All right, I take my ass-smelling coveralls off, and I'll like wad them up and put them in a bag, and just kind of dangle them off the back of the van so they're not inside.
Yeah, I'm being fully practical. I said fixing guns, handing out gear, getting everyone loaded up.
All right, so
Just shuffling cards.
that night, who is in the van, who is not?
Gil has not really moved from shotgun.
Okay.
He's
I've
got the
kinda just-
seat all the way back and just kind of.
Yeah, I've kind of just gone in and out every now and then because I'm still checking on everybody, or if I'm not with them, I'm outside just getting air.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm same thing. I don't want to be cooped in. I'm
Right.
trying to stay outside.
So
of it.
is this like a tour van or an RV on the inside that there are like bunk beds and stuff, or
Not exactly, but you can, however, recline the seats back in such a way that you could sleep on the seats.
all right? Well, I mean, I'm torn, but I'm going to stay in. I'm going to stay in the truck to sleep.
Okay.
I'll do the same, sitting in one of the bucket seats, reclined back, and I've got the. I've been working on the radio system, trying to link it into the array that's part of the van's array.
Okay.
so I
Give me. Hold on. I'll give you your theoretical tack or whatever it's called.
Abstract technology
Abstract
design.
technology, yeah, because you're trying to rig something that wasn't meant to be rigged. So 3d6 plus intelligence, 3d6 plus 2 plus intelligence.
So 8 and 8 is 16.
So 16. Okay.
What time of day is it?
It's nighttime by this point. So,
So I probably haven't slept in over like 24 hours.
no,
So
it's probably
30
a
some
long
hours
time.
or something.
Your best take is you think everyone's stable enough. You can.
Yeah, all right. I'll try to sleep.
So I'm near the truck. I pull my blanket out of my backpack, and I'm pulling like rubble on to myself.
Oh,
So
to
trying to camouflage myself. So I'm going to sleep near the truck, but trying to. So if anybody sneaks up on us, hoping that just another buried body.
okay. Is anyone building anything visible like a fire or something like that?
No, it's freaking
Unless
hot.
the display.
Yeah, I don't want to draw attention to us, so I wouldn't.
So hot.
The menopause.
People could come back and there's a big ass snake out there. I'm not drawing any attention to us.
Unless the display of the communication system is enough light. I'll try and cover it, but
Okay. So, all right. So, Junior, you get the. You stay up somewhat late. Are you staying up?
yeah.
To get
yeah.
you- okay.
I get focused on something, I forget to sleep.
Okay. So you stay up fairly late into the night, rigging up this communication system, and you do successfully get it rigged up. And at one point, it kind of startles you a little bit because it comes to life and it's just picking up static, but it still squawks on and comes to life. And if you play with the radios, at least any that have any charge left, they actually do communicate with each other.
Okay.
So as long as you keep this thing powered, and one of the when you're kind of walking around, because you said you're rigging this up to the truck's array, which means you have to go in and out. At one point, when you were outside on the truck, one of the radios near you kicks on, and with Emma's voice, Junior, I've gotten a communication that's meant for Dr. Poe.
Oh, okay. I kind of peek over the side of the van, look in the door I just came out. Does he sleep?
Appears to be.
All right. I'll go.
I'm pretty
Is it important? Should I wake him?
I don't know. I mean, it's important, but should you wake him? I don't sleep, so I don't know how important something has to be to need being woken up.
Well, if it's a risk assessment. Okay, so
Gil kind of goes, "Shut the fuck up." He reaches over and he honks
No,
the horn.
Okay, you're awake now. This
I'm gonna fucking knife in my hand.
it's a risk assessment.
massive horn blast
Then I go,
just
never mind.
rips through the dead of the night,
Oh my god, shut up.
echoes off the buildings. It is loud as fuck.
That wasn't me.
Do you
Oh, you're
not
definitely
have
awake.
any survival instinct at all?
Oh my god, shut up.
Do you know how far people can hear that?
I do have morphine.
Give him all of it.
I was addicted.
Morphines.
All the morphine.
All right, well,
I have an addicted personality.
I adjust my chair and sit up. What is going
I
on?
forgot. You're like a recovering alcoholic and shit. I've been giving you painkillers.
You're getting him hooked on something else. You're gonna have your own opioid.
I'm
drug.
regulating them enough.
You never
step down
recover. It's
protocol.
it's like quitting smoking. You always want to say
They're spaced out enough.
You're not wrong, man. I still sometimes wake up thinking about Cherritussin.
All right, I'll hop down and I'll go, what? What the hell? Where did that come from? I didn't do that.
I point at the back of his chair with my knife, and I'm like, he did that.
Oh my god, shut up.
Hey, Scott, did you grab any of those
I said, I'm
handcuffs?
I'm outside the truck.
And then I look around. Where's Scott?
I pull handcuffs out of my pocket. These?
Yeah.
That we don't have a key for.
Tomato.
You care right now?
No, I don't
Just
care.
hold the horn.
All right, I say, Poe,
I've probably been asleep for maybe 2 hours.
Right. Emma has a message for you, she said. She says it's important.
It's gonna wait till the morning.
Well, you're up now.
Yeah, no thanks to this dickhead, and I hit him in his fucking mood.
Oh, fuck you! Fuck.
Where are the keys? We gotta get out of here.
Yeah, at that point,
It's a-
I
it's a
hop in
push
the
start.
truck. What the hell is going on?
We gotta move this thing.
You have the fob key, you're all right.
Who's honking the horn?
What do you think?
Asshole!
Yeah. Shut up.
All right, Emma, what is it?
It's not a message from me, Junior. Can you give him a data pad?
Yeah, I pulled one of my data pads out. Oh, wait, this one.
So I'm like,
That one's got a
rubbing,
better resolution.
I'm rubbing my eyes and trying to just kind of wake up.
If the back door's open, I'm closing the door and trying to get the truck ready to go.
The message is, it's marked as for your eyes only. If you want to walk away from people,
Yeah, I'll walk.
okay. You walk away from everyone, and as soon as you're kind of out of your shot and eye shot, the data pad lights up. You hear on the speakers of it, and it says, "Here's the message." And you see that room that you saw before that has your family members, your 2 kids and your wife on the tables. And the camera then does a sharp cut to what looks like the same structure but different location, but still sort of the same dimly lit concrete interior, very functional sort of place. And there's someone sort of obscuring the camera, like they're adjusting it or setting it up. And then he steps back from the camera and sits it down in a chair immediately facing it. The guy on camera is, you're guessing by environments. I mean, you've never met the man, but guessing by environment, looks tall, thin, older, probably in his 60s, completely bald head, no, like, beard or anything like that. thin eyebrows that are gray. His features are very sunken in. He just looks very thin, very old, but still appears to be, decent shape.
Right.
And he's wearing a pair of small, gold-rimmed, round glasses. And he is dressed in a white smock that is completely buttoned, and he sits down and gets comfortable in his chair for looking at the camera. He has his chin tilted up a bit. You don't know if he's wearing bifocals or if this is just how his normal posture is.
Like he's maybe looking down, kind of.
No, it doesn't look arrogant. You think, the look on his face, in fact, appears fairly just matter of fact, detached even. But you don't get a sense of arrogance off of his appearance. But he looks into the camera and says, Dr. Theodore Poe, being a family man myself, I wanted to make you an offer, and so I hope this message reaches you. Once I was told that there is an in-between that can relay messages, or might relay a message, I had to hold out hope, because I could not imagine doing any kind of cruelty to a peer without at least making you some offer of how to fix the situation. See, the difficulty is the same people employ us both, but you were unfortunately unable to complete your work. In fact, as the many intricacies of luck would have it, you are 3 tasks shy of finishing your work. There are only 3 more rounds of the medication that must be tested, and the client has specifically requested that they be tested on individuals that have spent some amount of time in space away from the Earth. So individuals from the space station would do best. And as I struggled with the quandary of completing this order against your wife and your 2 children, I was struck by a moment of pity. And so I have a very simple offer for you, which is, having reviewed the people that you are traveling with, I believe that Scott, Gil, and Antonio would do just fine for the final 3 tests. So if you're willing to conduct the tests against them, then it would save me the difficulty of what stands before me. If this message reaches you, you'll be able to send a response back through the same courier that brought it. Just tell me if you agree or not, and if so, I will do my best to make samples of the medication available. Should you fail to complete it, well then, unfortunately, I have some work that I'll have to attend to. He leans forward and turns off the camera.
So I just kind of dropped the pad, and I kind of walked away. I wouldn't have been so close to everybody, especially
from the ground. The voice gets quiet as you walk away from it, because it's not exactly like the pad, has some boom the bass speaker on it, but you can hear a voice as you walk away from the pad. Doctor, do you want to respond?
I kind of like just hit something that's near me, and I kind of have like, it's sappy. I have like a tear coming down. Like, I'm really upset about this, and I'm just furious. I'm biting my lip at the same time, and I tell them, send it to me.
I'll do my best to find him and let him know.
And I'll just walk on. I don't have your data pad anymore. I left it there. I didn't come back, though. So
I feel bad for Junior. He gets crapped on.
Out of character, it's fascinating that they already know that Boone's dead and somebody else is with you
yeah. I wonder how they would know that,
so quickly.
Junior. I wonder why you weren't in that, Junior. Your from space.
Are we having this conversation? Or
Okay, so Poe comes back without your data pad. That's,
Hey, Doc. My pad?
It's out there somewhere. I just kind of pushed by him.
Right, I turned on one of my other pads.
I'll help you find it. I'll go
Oh,
out with you.
Emma can find it. It's linked to it's wireless.
Okay. Well, if you don't want my help, then
Oh
just
well, come
have to
on.
make
Yeah,
things
sure.
up.
No. Come here.
Not to make things up.
No, I just roll back over and get my giant jacket blanket.
Junior, the pad that was recovered from the police station, can I add that?
Oh yeah, sure. I'm sorry. I meant to turn that on. I meant to link that to you. Here, let me turn it
I
on.
feel like I'm closer to remembering something.
Okay. Yeah, sure. And I'll go get the other one, and I'll come back and I'll have freshly rolled smoke from Marlene. I didn't mean to insult you, Marlene.
That's fine. I'm not. Can Emma really do that?
Do what?
Can she talk to other devices like we talk to each other?
Sure. Well, not like quite like we talk to each other. I mean, it's more of it's an exchange of information, but it's done in a way that we couldn't perceive. Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Where did she come from?
Oh, well, we came from space, right?
Well, some people saw the ship, but, and obviously there were plenty of rumors about where you guys came from, but I didn't know what was real and what wasn't.
Well, I built most of her, not all of her, but the housing. I did a lot of the construction of that, but all really just design. I didn't really actually build it, but
What were you doing in space?
well, I was a security systems analyst. Pretty boring stuff, really. Just looking at computer screens, and if a light flashed, I'd have to push a button.
Right. Does Marlene know they were in prison?
Oh, he's in home.
I don't know if you would.
I made a comment earlier.
Yeah, they
about
keep making
Tony.
comments
Yeah.
about it. So yeah, you do just because they keep mentioning it.
Right. Well, and she's sharp enough. I mean, she not being to be educated, but she's sharp enough to pick up on that kind of thing. What got you into prison?
I was filtering information from the station down planetside.
So you're a rat.
Well, no, not really. I mean, I guess it depends on. It's not like Tony would call me a rat, because I'm not like that.
But you were telling secrets that weren't yours to tell.
Well, yes, because the place that we lived was hoarding information that could be used down here.
So you did it because it was the right thing to do?
Well, yeah. This place is a shithole. And if I could make things better by filtering information down here and maybe, help some people to, improve their infrastructure or,
Their what?
clean their water, make the roads better or, make it so their lives are better, Why keep that shit up there when the people who need it are down here?
Huh. What'd Gil do?
I think he beat the shit out of somebody.
And they put him in space prison for that?
He was already he was a guard. Yeah. Usually, see in some of the.
Oh no, I've got his number. It's fine. What about Dr. Poe?
He. You know what? I don't know the specifics of it all, but I do know that he was doing like medical stuff to people without their consent.
What about Scott?
I did wet work.
Okay.
Tony hired me and
Jesus
killed people.
Christ.
Tony hired me and I cut people.
Okay, and I would know this.
Yeah.
Okay, I say, well, he kind of worked for Tony for a while, and if Tony may be a schmuck down here, but up there he was kind of a big deal, and he did a lot of stuff
Is that
on
a
the
fat
docks.
joke?
Yeah, I guess it kind of is. I didn't mean it that way, but yeah.
Junior, I'm not asleep yet, you know.
I know, Tony. That's why I love you.
Because I'm not asleep. You have issues. You have issues Dr. Poe is not treating.
Well, anyway, am I wrong? Scott worked for you.
That is accurate.
So, yeah, and when things needed to be done that,
Hey,
off the
I-
books.
Gave
What kind of things, Tony?
Well, I assure you, I was a legitimate businessman. Now, here's how funny things happen. So you just might happen to be at the bar and you're having a drink, and your friend Scotty Double V comes up and he says, hey Tony, how you doing? I say I'm doing pretty good. And so we have a drink, and I start to say, hey, so and so over here, he's kind of pissing me off. And I like you, Scotty Double V. So here's some money. Buy your mom something nice. And the next thing I know, man I say I didn't like, boom, he's gone. Just like that. Bang.
The fucked up thing is, Scotty Double V doesn't have a mom.
Now you tell me. I've been giving money to a nice old lady for all these years. All these people turning up dead, and I don't like, but I never hurt. And I never asked for them to be killed. Funny thing is, still get thrown in prison. What's a guy to do? It's an unjust system up there.
Oh.
But it was cleaner. And when you shit in a toilet, it flushed.
You mean like the
Yeah, we poop up there too. That's not unique to us.
the plumbing worked?
Yeah, that's right. So let's say you drop a deuce, okay? So I know I shouldn't be talking to a lady like this. You'll have to excuse me. But I'm just saying, if you have to go, what you do, and you do it in the toilet, and then you pull the lever, well, in Spacer, that did work a bit differently. But, water comes, suction comes, air moves through, whatever has to happen, depending on where you're at and what they got, it's gone. Just like people you don't like.
So
Magic happens, you didn't do it, but it's gone.
So Scotty Double V was your toilet?
Scotty Double V was many things. I would never use the word toilet to describe a man of his stature.
It sounded like you were calling him your toilet.
I did not call him my toilet. I just said there was a similar thing in that I don't know how it works, but bad things were gone.
You're losing me, Tony. This metaphor is completely lost on me.
it's shitty.
Just flush it. All going down.
Well,
the
anyway, to answer your question, that's what Scott did.
Well,
Here's a metaphor you can follow. You remember loving?
Sure. Who doesn't?
Everything's like loving.
Oh yeah.
so with Dixon gone, what's next?
Well, you mean for us, or what do you mean?
Just for us.
I think he wants to know which town you're going to blow up after Dixon.
Oh,
I'm not asking which town we're going to blow up. I just meant what's in Chicago. Why go there?
well, it's to look to see if there was talk about. Gil wanted to do that. I tried to talk them into. We were supposed to go to what was this, Boney Man or whatever his name was,
What?
Mr. Bone.
You mean the corpse dresser?
Yeah, that's him. Yeah.
Bodie man.
Why does Gil make the decisions?
Well, he's kind of a bully. I mean, he's used to calling shots. He's an ex-cop. Well, correctional officer.
Who was a cop before that, though?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, he just corrected you.
He was good at his job.
He's asleep and bubbles in his correctional officer.
I was a cop.
God.
Okay. I'm trying to separate what I know from what Dan and I discussed upstairs.
So to answer your question, yeah, we were going to Chicago to because there's people there that probably have technology, and yeah, and then there's all these gangs like the Rad Bears and things like that we don't really necessarily want to see, but we did find a memory backup of a recycler that somebody from Chicago sent the Rad Bears down to get. So that's a lead.
So I slide back into the truck. So we going or what? Because they heard that horn miles around.
Oh my god, you guys never shut up.
I'm kind of just looking around.
Yeah, are you driving?
I don't know how to drive this thing.
Does anybody know how to drive? Boone knew how to drive this thing.
I drove it.
I drove it.
Yeah, but both you guys are fucked up.
Well, I'm unconscious probably.
One's high and the other one's
Fine.
sleep deprived. Yeah, Tony can do it. Yeah, Tony. It's just like driving a forklift, right?
Well,
It
yeah.
was a cement mixer. But
Oh, right. Yeah.
We didn't have forklift. I didn't drive a forklift. They were, more like docking shuttles. But it's like the same thing, except in 2 dimensions, so it's got to be easier, right?
Exactly. I think you got the right of it.
All
Makes
right.
sense to me.
What in 2 dimensions?
2 dimensions. Yeah.
All right, here we go. He sits down and hits the gas pedal too hard. The whole thing lurches and then kind of stops, then does a hard turn, then lurches again. And all right, I'm getting the hang of this.
I sit down and strap on a seatbelt.
All right,
I'm in a chair, but I see what he's doing,
We're
and so
gonna-
I do my belt as well.
and off we go. All right, we're going.
you
The
in the
nav
truck?
computer kicks on.
Yeah.
Uh,
I had pushed my way in
This-
and
Tony.
kinda just laid down.
you need to follow this route, and Emma lays out a. All
He's
right,
making an immediate U-turn.
we're gonna have to turn around here, and now we go this way.
If my character wasn't so tired, I would just drove. This is a terrible idea.
If Tony didn't volunteer, someone would have had to hook the truck back up and let Emma drive.
Where's the GPS taking us, Tony?
I don't know. Farther down the line.
Yeah, it tried to take us to Nevada last time, which isn't by Illinois.
That was a burst communication. I'm not receiving any burst communications right now.
Where are we going?
I look over at Marley. Where's Nevada?
West?
All right.
It was an old state in the southwestern portion of the United States.
Yes, thank you, Emma. Where are we going?
Chicago. That's where you wanted to go, isn't it?
Yes,
That's where I'm leading you, is to Chicago.
this time. Okay.
I've never. Well, apart from suggesting Amboy, I've never led you anywhere but Chicago.
Wait, aren't we? Why would we go there?
I don't know.
Don't look at me. You've been with them longer.
Yeah, you sure are chatty all of a sudden, Marlene.
I'm.
All these opinions.
I know these viewpoints, this role playing.
Yeah.
Junior, I keep having a dream about a spider building a web. I think soon I may remember what it means.
Oh, well, when you do, let me know. Sounds amazing.
You have dreams?
It's a useful metaphor. But no, I don't exactly dream the way you do. I also don't sleep. But I
Neither do I.
Shut up, Gil.
Gil reaches over and turns the radio off.
Tony, turn that back on.
All right. He turns it back on. All right, you guys drive through the night. It's kind of slow going because of the fact that, well, it's night and it's not like you're following a well-marked road, so it's kind of slow going. You guys do make some damn good progress, though, simply because of the fact that you're in a vehicle. So even if you only go, let's say 10 miles an hour, you drive 6 or 8 hours throughout the night, you've still made a really good distance. So by morning, you think you are probably somewhere over halfway to Chicago. It's, in fact, in the daytime, you could probably finish the drive or you can choose to stop there, redeploy the solar panels, and charge up a bit more.
Let's go off the road to like a house or a farm or something, and then where we can kind of like go behind a building or something, and then deploy the solar panels, and then just get it fully charged up.
Okay.
Makes sense to me.
All right. So you guys stop off somewhere. You find a shack back off the road. Looks like it may have been recently inhabited.
Does that have a sign that says Levin was here?
No.
It's the Levin shack.
The Levin shack. No, nor does it have a tin roof.
But it does have an anus that'll seat about 20.
That's right. It does have an anus that'll seat about 20.
Well, I get out my jukebox money and
So, all right, you guys deploy the panels. Everybody assumed, well, anyone was capable of gets out. Open the thing up to keep getting fresh air through there. Molly is well enough that she is eating and drinking independently. She's still far from well and far from moving, but Poe did use one of the doses of advanced medicine on her, so she is recovering faster than she otherwise would. She's not in an unaided recovery.
She's up enough she can talk, though?
Oh yeah, she can talk, at least in short bits. She fatigues easily, and she's not like up and walking around, but she can kind of sit up and a little bit and eat and drink on her own at least. And
When she kind of comes to. Hello there.
she looks at you and sort of weakly smiles.
Feeling better?
She shakes her head.
So you know who the hell he is?
You were the girl up on the station, aren't you? Hart said your name was Molly?
She looks at you kind of like she's trying to remember, and then she nods. There's no recognition to the expression. She's nodding to your question of you were on the station.
Anything you need? Drink? Food?
She shakes her head no.
One of your friends didn't make it out back there.
She blinks and she's trying to look around, but has very limited movement, and so
With Spoon.
she puts her cup down and just lays back.
Thought you'd want to know that.
She pulls the blanket up over her face.
I'd give her some space. And then I go outside, get air.
Okay. Scott, give me a 2d6 on perception.
So, 14.
14. Okay. So as you're kind of walking around the woods near the edge of where the van is parked, so the truck's parked in a spot by this shack, and it's a little bit of a clearing, obviously, because otherwise you couldn't build the shack. And then you've got the woods. It's fall, so most of the trees don't have anything anymore. But as you're kind of walking around the edges of that, you see Gecko in a very good hiding place, but obviously wanting to be seen by you.
it's selling cards.
I glance around, make sure that none of them are watching, and then I head over.
Okay.
That's an animal name.
When you get over to her, she's largely buried in fallen leaves. Like she's just kind of barely visible at all out in front of them. And as you approach her, she reaches back and pulls out a small, thin black case and puts it down in front of her. And then she touches it and whispers, "For Dr. Poe." And then she reaches back into her coat and she pulls out a device about the size of an iPod. It's got a little screen on it. It's a functioning media player. She puts it down on top of it.
I take both of them and I slide them into the pocket because I got one of those police coats on.
Okay. And she then whispers, "Can't talk. The chameleon says hi." And she then just sort of recedes back. You're not sure if she's got like some kind of suit under there or something, but almost she just kind of like slips back under the leaves. I mean, it's not like she's gone, but she is entirely concealed.
I finish my rounds and then
Okay.
I look for Dr. Poe. Hey, Doc. I have a-
Scotty.
Can I talk to you in private for a minute?
Yeah.
As I kind of lead him away from the truck a little bit, and I reach into my pocket and pull out a black case. It's for you.
What is it?
I don't ask questions. It's for you.
I take it. I open it up. I see.
Okay, so you try to open it, and at first you realize it's not open. It appears to be locked.
Yeah.
You do see a blank plate, and when you if you touch it with any of your fingers, thumb, whatever, there's a very faint light there, and then the case pops, and you can open it now.
So fingerprint.
Could be biometric.
Okay.
Could have been DNA. Could have been fingerprint. Could have been.
So what's inside?
It's obviously not pre-war because none of those people locked anything.
So
That's true.
some police stations.
Right.
So all right, so you open up the case. Inside there are 3 injectors, each just marked with sample numbers. Just these codes.
Where did you get this?
This is for you.
Who the hell gave you this?
This is for you. I turn around and walk away.
I'm not going to question him, man. I know Scott's reputation.
You also know that I don't ask questions.
Yeah. I also don't trust Scott at all now. Like,
I go back to. I guess I'm probably not in the truck. I go next to the truck. I sit down. I pull out the iPod-looking thing. I'm assuming it's got headphones or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
I pop the headphones in and I start watching TV.
Okay. You're actually you even told me what you wanted here. So you were watching Once Upon a Time.
Wow.
I know that's what I was thinking. It's that Little House on the
Man,
Prairie. That's
No,
true.
not for him.
Nobody has any taste anymore. They don't appreciate the classics.
yeah.
Now, Boone was into F Troop.
While we're having this downtime, I'm gonna, now that I have the main communication set up in the van, I'm gonna hook one radio because we've got 2 radios, or how, like the handhelds,
The handsets. Yes, you have 2 of them.
2 of them. One I'm going to wire into Gil's motorcycle,
Okay.
You son of a bitch.
and then the other one will I'll just make sure that I'll wire it into. I'll take the guts out of it and I'll wire it up to Scott's motorcycle helmet.
Okay.
Junior,
Yeah.
you're not touching my bike, are you?
Nope.
Good.
Is the bike inside the truck or
Yeah.
is it outside the truck so he doesn't see you working on it?
It's inside the truck, but he's not really mobile.
Okay. If it were outside the truck, I was going to pee on its tires.
Talon, that's
What did the bike do to you?
It belongs to you,
No, it belongs to Dunk, and I stole it from him.
which makes it yours.
No, it's very much Dunk's.
pee on the drive.
I just don't let him have it.
All right. So I'm just watching TV.
So after I finish with the bike, then I'm just kind of sitting there. Are you anywhere close watching TV? Or?
Yeah, I'm leaning up against the truck on the outside.
All right, so I'll sit next to you, and I'm wiring your helmet as I'm watching. What is this?
Oh, TV show. Once upon a time.
Oh,
Fairy tale creatures.
interesting. I didn't know you had this. That's pretty cool. Is it wireless?
It's got stuff stored on it, I assume.
Okay.
I don't know how it works.
I could probably link it up to the nav computer we could all watch. If you wanted.
I don't think they'd like the same shows I like.
All we've got...
All they ever watched up there was Little House on the Prairie.
Yeah, I know.
Racist. Fucking classic.
Yeah, but all we've got to do is sneak and read Gil's comics.
True.
So
Do not touch my comics.
Yeah, I bet you could copy the movies off onto...
you're probably right.
You can't touch my comics.
Sorry.
I touch my fucking comics.
I hand it over to him to see if he can wirelessly pull it off, because I have no idea how this thing works. It's all that technology bullshit.
So you're trying to.
Yeah, I'll link it to one of the pads, and I'll try and pull whatever he has in memory onto the pad.
As you're fiddling with that, the device has a wireless connection.
Oh, if you want to do it, yeah, or I could do it. It's fine.
It's done.
Okay. Yeah, I give it back. Yeah, you can watch now. You can watch it, and we can all watch it, and binge it if we want.
Yeah, they bitch about it.
Did you just pull like 40 episodes at 4K off of wireless in 2 seconds?
Future.
The future.
Or anywhere outside the U.S.
I mean, okay, so you did that. So you did that, and these guys are sterile now, right?
It doesn't matter. Poe's going to kill us all anyway.
Maybe.
Did it have the entire list of shows on there? Or did it only
Maybe
have
if you guys
partial?
didn't already know it was going to come, I probably would, but
There's not much Gil could do to fight back.
Yeah.
Especially since you're treating me like, oh, I got something for you.
I know, yeah, I already thought about
So
it. You're an easy target.
did it have the
already.
entire list
yeah.
on there? Or
In
did
fact,
it,
yeah,
Yeah, everything.
to
What
take him
exactly
out
what you
first.
asked for?
Okay.
Yeah,
Because he could
TV
do the most
shows it
damage if
has,
he wasn't hurt.
yeah, I know.
The TV shows on there that you pulled off were Sons of Anarchy
Once you want the
and Once Upon a Time.
Okay.
Movies were Wizard of Oz, Die Hard. What was the other one I put on there?
Die Hard, the best Christmas movie ever made.
Yeah, I was going to say, we have to wait
The
till
Shining.
The Shining.
Interesting.
So you only asked for Once
Or
Upon a
what we
Time in those
parsed
3
by.
movies?
And Sons of Anarchy.
Why Once Upon a Time? I hate watching that show. It's so
I'm
much.
sorry.
Oh.
I like the first few seasons of it.
Just read Fables. It's way better.
Right.
Fables is boring.
Let me
They just
clarify
ripped
with
all
a
the
different
ideas
But I already
from that.
read Fables before I watched it.
How could you watch it then?
That's probably why I liked it.
It's smaller than that, but I'm just trying to clarify what it is
He has-
I was
he
referring
has all the
to.
hate movies.
Because, yeah, I
He has
didn't
the
realize that was an
original
ambiguous
Dune movie.
word. Okay. All right. Marlene, you push open the door of the cabin.
Okay.
On the inside, there's looking around, it's not a large cabin at all. The inside of this is maybe something like 10 feet by 10 feet on the inside.
Okay.
There's a fireplace that has a pot hanging over it. There's a few small, like, little cabinets up along one wall. There is a table in the middle, not very big, has 4 chairs pushed into it. And the chairs have to be pushed in because there's what looks like the bedding for 3 individuals around the table. And it's kind of dim in here.
Oh my god. It's 3 little bears.
Because the windows are currently shuttered, so you're only getting faint light from outside.
3 little
But you
rad
can
bears.
see piles of paper, like you see a large piece of paper and a smaller piece of paper piled up on the table.
Okay.
This pile of paper is
I'll-
too high.
I'll start rooting through the paper.
Okay, so looking through the paper, there are just kind of random notes. There's like one of the things you find is, for example, list of names. You don't recognize any of the names, but like some of them are There's like names written down, question marks next to some of them, others are scratched out. And then near the bottom, there's one or two that have check marks next to them. You find some sketchings that look like someone was just trying, like these, not drawn by an expert, but someone was trying to draw out the structure of a boat, of a riverboat. And when you finally get down to the big piece of paper, I mean, it's like you would have to fold this one up. It's like 3 foot by 3 foot. It's about the same size as the table itself. You see all kinds of doodles, step-by-step instructions, notes, ingredients, things like that. You're looking at plans for a bomb.
Huh. Okay, well, that's weird. Does this place look like it had been caravanned? That's my new verb. I got caravanned. Or not, carnivaled.
Carnival.
Yeah, carnival is what I meant to say.
You don't see any signs of violence. I mean, outside of the plans for a bomb, you don't see any signs of violence.
All right, well, I'll fold that up and I'll grab the papers. That's weird. Anything else?
Give me 2d6 plus perception.
My perception is an 8.
So that should be pretty
So 15.
15.
Very average.
Okay, so the morning that you guys left Dixon to go to the train, and there was the detonation, the doodles of a riverboat's design look pretty similar to the one that you saw moored at Dixon that morning.
All right. What time of day is it, or night?
Right now, it's relatively
early,
like 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning.
I'm going to go and just kind of, knock on the side of the truck. Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, I'm eating in here.
Guys, I think I found...
When I'm eating out there. Duh.
Yeah.
Come on, this is easy.
Eating out of your mother.
Oh my god.
Eating out your mother. Fuck you, man.
Oh.
So,
You got me.
did anybody else look around in here?
No, I haven't seen anyone go in there.
The shack?
Yeah.
What's in there?
So, well, here I'm just climb into the, I found papers and I'll. Well, actually, here I'm just going to give them to Junior. He's the one that will most likely be able to make sense of them. I mean, I don't say that out loud.
I just flip through some names and. Hey, it's pretty good pictures.
As you hand, Tony starts taking the papers and he starts flipping through them. He's like, "Oh yeah, this guy's an asshole. This guy's an asshole. This guy brings good shit, but he's an asshole. I think everyone on here's an asshole. Great, you got yourself a list of assholes.
Surrounded by assholes.
It's no,
you know those
she's
guys,
not that
Tony?
Clever.
Yeah, I used to do business with them. Ship captains.
But those the big sheet of paper, if you unfold it, it's plans for, looks like a bomb.
Yep, pretty much. Chemical bomb.
And that boat looks like the boat that was at Dixon.
That blew up Dixon. Yeah. Then I don't know if I ever saw that boat.
Anyone who went near the river that morning saw it.
Okay, so then yes. Yeah, I'll be damned. It does look like that damn boat.
Well, I'll ask the stupid question.
There's no stupid questions, Gil.
Why is this here? How far away are we from Dixon?
From Dixon, you're probably about 60 miles by this point.
How far from the river?
That's a fabulous question, and I have no idea.
Wayne is made of power.
Well, do the Sesame Street thing. Don't say miles. Say close or far.
Near or far.
Right.
Hang on. I need to look up the path of... Wayne asked a geography question I don't have an answer to because it's a particular river, and I actually don't know how far it goes. I'm not familiar with its route. I know there are river systems that go fairly close to here, but...
Well, and the reason I'm wondering is, could they have made the plans and then went over close by to the river for the boat?
Actually, really, the question here is, we found the plan, and Gil is saying this, we found the plans to blow up Dixon. What forces brought us to this cabin? And don't anyone say coincidence.
Dixon, the town that you guys were in?
Yes.
Yeah.
How did we get here?
To this particular spot?
Yes.
Well, we were headed towards Chicago. And we stopped because
We pulled off.
Who chose to pull off?
Tony was driving.
Tony, why did you choose this spot?
Because you said find a spot off the road. It's off the road.
Fair.
Conveniently close to the road? Convenient enough if someone else were
Don't
traveling?
say you're about to say coincidence. Don't say coincidence. It ain't a coincidence. Why are we here?
Because it is about a day's drive from where we last were. It is a convenient place to pull off out of sight and make camp.
There's others.
If somebody were planning this, why would they leave that behind? Why wouldn't they burn it or take it with them?
And why do it in a shack that's conveniently located off the road?
Well, it's pretty convenient.
It is rather convenient.
Are there any signs of them leaving?
If I were
haste?
going to plan a bomb, I might stop here.
How many days ago did the bomb go?
Unless they plan on coming back.
Isn't it a little cliche having a shack with bomb plans?
big aviator sunglasses and a hoodie.
Okay, how many days ago did the bomb go off?
Oh, by this point, it's not been all that long. A couple days.
Can someone search outside for tracks, footprints, vehicle prints, horse prints? I'm not asking for Pocahontas here. Just look on the fucking ground.
I'll go out and take a look.
I hated that cartoon.
Are you seeing perception?
Yes.
15.
Excuse me. There are tracks through here, both footprints and horse hooves, but none of them super recent.
Like, I probably couldn't tell how.
Exact age, no. But I mean, like, it's not like, any of them are still wet and fresh mud or something like that.
Lots of tracks. None from, like, today or anything.
Why don't you guys go into that shack and tear it apart? And see if there's things underneath the floorboards, see if there's anything that Marlene missed. Actually looking for stuff.
All right.
Okay.
I head into the shack and start looking.
And he yells at it, don't just look, rip the place apart.
I'm particularly looking for hidden things. I walk in basically and I'm like, all right, if I were going to hide something, where would I hide it?
Okay, so you
Your
start.
prison wallet.
Okay, so you're tearing the. Okay, so Scott's tearing the shack apart, Marlene.
I'm going to be looking, pulling out if there's cabinets. I don't know if there's drawers.
Yeah.
Or basically, I'm going to be looking in the cabinets underneath the shelves, pulling drawers out, looking in drawers, looking underneath, feeling underneath the drawer when you pull it out, that sort of stuff.
I call over. Is he always this paranoid? Thinking that there's a conspiracy going on?
He's usually not that. What's the word I'm looking for? No, he's usually much more lizard brain.
Wondering what they've gone through to see conspiracies everywhere.
He got shot!
I mean, there's the fact that there's conspiracies everywhere around you, but I don't know that.
Fair.
I'm going to look at...
Yes, you do. You're part of the conspiracy, you son of a bitch. Gil's the only one who doesn't have fucking secrets. Well, maybe Marley.
There's 3, things of
Maybe.
bedding. Are they like bedrolls or just, pallets or...
It's like piles of blankets,
Right.
Okay.
coat rolls, things like that. Yeah, it's
So I'll poke through those. I'll pull out Boone's signal scanner and see if there's any signals.
What the hell? What's that thing?
What is that?
It sees if there's any like signals in the air. Remember how we talked about the communication that we can't see? This detects that.
Now you're just playing with the knobs to make it sound cool.
No, the band scanner's coming up empty.
I can tune in Tokyo.
I forgot we also had the Rick Geiger counter that always shows radioactive.
Yeah.
That was if I was going to run a con.
Yeah. Boone and him were going to run CODs. Boone had a spacesuit for radioactive material, and he had a Geiger counter that always showed as radioactive.
Those were the days before Boone died.
Yep.
Yeah, so let's as you said, tear this place apart. Try to look in all those places where under tables and that sort of thing.
So as you guys dig around, you do find some things that are rather unremarkable. I mean, people are living out in a cabin, so you find things like a pan for water and, just stupid little crap like that. Random knives, whatever. Just stupid little survival stuff. But as you're going through one of the cabinets, you do find a oiled leather pack. Inside of the pack are several vials that most of which are empty, and the ones that do still have something in them. They do have a very strong acrid smell. They have I'm not going to walk through how to build a chemical explosive, but you're smelling chemical samples that would be necessary to do something like that.
I think we found some of the ingredients.
Yeah, that looks like. Yeah, they're probably mixing it all together to see if it was working. Out in the middle of nowhere.
Well, you kind of don't want to mix this stuff up. This stuff kind of stinks.
Yeah.
So they planned it here. They drew up their plans. They mixed it here. Then they carried it over to the river.
Are these notes handwritten or printed?
Handwritten,
Right.
hand-drawn.
Yeah, they left it here because they didn't think that anybody was going to find it, and they intend on coming back. So we should go.
We should go. But let's set this thing on fire.
I was thinking the same thing, Gil. Me and you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually completely with you. There's some chemicals left over here.
And we got
I
some
bet they're
matches.
flammable.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, all right.
We light it and we drive.
Yep.
All right, you guys take the solar panels back down and start driving.
What's our battery at now? Did we get it to 100% before we left? Or
You guys barely stopped at all.
that's what I figured.
We'll
So-
stop at another convenient spot along
Right.
the road.
With more plot.
Plot shack.
Is there going to be a guy with like a yellow exclamation point above his head?
Yes.
I'm gonna beat him until plot comes out. That's one of the best gaming quotes ever.
Get on down. Get
Alright,
on
let's-
down the road.
I'm like I don't know. I'm strangely comfortable with this plan.
Mm-hmm.
We
That's
light
the
it,
best
we
thing
drive.
about guild plans. You just let it happen.
Yeah.
I'm all 100% on board with this one. We burn the track down, we go.
Mm-hmm.
Can we walk towards the camera in slow-mo as it's burning?
Yeah, absolutely. And explodes for no reason behind you.
And for no reason, Hearts is there with us too because he's taller than us, right?
Yeah. Well,
Just
not
because
much,
it
but
makes a
yes.
really good shadow.
Mm-hmm.
They
He
have
puts
Hearts
on
with us.
sunglasses.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we have all the police jackets, so we're all kind of dressed
Mm-hmm.
similar now.
Yeah, we're gonna be the pigs. That's gonna be our Chicago band.
That they're the pig slaughter capital of the world, though, in Chicago.
Blue Boys.
Oh, Blue Boys. I like that. Except I'm a girl.
We have the technology. We can fix that.
No, I'm cool.
Junior, on one of the data pads, it flashes across the data pad, put the helmet on.
All right.
What was inside the shack?
Well, there was the lists.
Is he on the van with the helmet on, talking to himself again?
Yep.
Oh man, you're so lucky. I've been shot.
Right. I'll
Somebody punch him.
any of the
Marlene,
any of the
slap
pads
him.
have camera.
Why are you so violent?
Yes.
All right. I'll just.
Why
Go.
aren't you?
Can you analyze these?
It's like we let a genie out of the bottle. This is a big mistake.
It's got more computing power during the session too.
Well, yeah.
The plans
It's
for
my fault, though.
I overheard the conjecture about what these are plans for, and that conjecture appears to be correct. But what I don't know is why I felt it important to stop here.
Ha! Paranoid. Why are you so paranoid, Jill? Fuck you all.
You know what? Fucking magic space water. That's
Yeah. Yeah. Where's some of that shit for this hole in my chest?
So it wasn't just coincidence that brought us.
It's on the it's on the route, but there's something about that place, work that needs to be done.
Not anymore.
I wish I could remember.
Yeah, me too.
It's not part of the spider, though. The spider's building his web, but Junior, in looking around the Earth while you've been down here, I've not always had eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Do spiders build their webs across the ground?
Sometimes. There might be an episode of Ever After that they talk about that. We can have to look. But yeah, I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Why couldn't it have been chips?
Like, you know, there's ones that like dig holes and they put their webs around the holes and yeah, sure.
He actually has very specific reasons for every show he has on there.
No, I don't mean like that. I mean, she draws on the datapad screen an image of a very, very typical spider web like you'd find, like, you know, the...
Like a cartoon, like
Yeah,
clip art.
it's with.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's a little, you know, basic, but yeah. I mean, I suppose they could. Why do you say that?
Because in my dream, the spider's building a web on the ground. But don't spiders normally catch bugs that fly?
Yeah, sometimes. Can you, of the places that we've been, with that pattern that you've got, can you apply that to any topography?
No. I've already thought of that, and I've also checked the geometry of the web, and I don't see anything remarkable to it.
Maybe it's a communications web.
I was hoping maybe something you would find in that shack would help me remember.
Well, we looked at everything. I don't remember. I'll just kind of go over everything that we found, piece by piece. I mean,
No, none of that is important to me. I don't even know why I know this place exists. I still need more power to remember.
I don't know. Well, hopefully when we get to Chicago, there'll be some more technology. Maybe we can augment your memory.
I hope so too, Junior.
So, how did you get that message for Dr. Poe?
There's not much communication occurring, so what communication does occur, it's fairly easy to detect. That particular message was actually being broadcast, though, by satellite across a swath of the countryside.
And you were able to... Was it a two-way communication?
Not in real time, no. I also route the communication through what means are available to try and obfuscate where we're located.
Because wasn't there a way... I know that you could maybe access one of the satellites if we had enough power, maybe through the array,
I might be able to.
maybe to augment your memory, maybe upload to one of the satellites.
It would help me to search, if nothing else. I would be able to see more, hear more.
Sure. It's worth a try.
Skynet was born.
More like Usenet.
Well, it's in the sky. It's literally Skynet.
Fishing net. All right, Dan. It's almost 11:30.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know if there's really this is a good place to stop, but I think it's just getting late. Comments on the game? My opinion, hit some good RP, but I think I'm still struggling to find plot that will... The other group was the other set of characters was definitely much easier to motivate.
It's very difficult. I'm finding that in Skies of Glass, it's much better to get shot and die than get shot and wounded.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I was like, if you wanted, I was willing to kind of hand wave some of the lingering nature of the wound. Because I think normally what I would do at a point like this in a Skies of Glass game is we'd advance time some. You guys go to a town, you spend a week or two there.
Right.
You know, you heal up some, you at least get to the point you kind of move around again. But because of the fact that you guys are very consistently on the go, it's not quite giving me that. So I think I'm just going to opt to accelerate wound healing to get you off the bench and back into the game.
Well, hold on. I still have a moral dilemma to decide on. I don't think I'm ready yet.
Yeah, that's a good point. I thought that the King was great. The GC Snake was great. The idea of the Carnival was great. The fact that we still, it took a while to get started, so I could join the group with the character, and then to get Wayne sorted out too.
Yeah,
but we still got some good RP in that situation.
Yeah, you can't knock everyone out of the park.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, I thought all that was good. I think the stuff with Junior and Emma is fascinating.
No, I think we had some good RP. I think the reason it felt a little off this time is a combination of we've got new characters
that
are trying to be brought in. We have at least one character that couldn't go out, so we had to split the party multiple times.
Right.
And it was a little off, a little kludgy, but I think that there was good RP, and it's one of those things where one session that feels a little off doesn't raise any red flags.
Yeah, no, for sure. Well, and I think the other thing that's interesting about this, and I think it was Chad that had brought this up, maybe in conversation or on an episode of Fear the Boot, was that...
Great show, by the way.
Agreed. Really, really great show. I mean, it's gone down a little bit in the last couple of months since March. I think that the quality per episode has declined. But... anyway, at least the dick and fart jokes have declined.
That's true.
The quality's actually improved, and that's real life. But what I was going to say is that, and I think it was Chad that brought this up, is that in this particular Skies of Glass game, it flips the script because we are often want for nothing, right? Yeah. In a normal Skies of Glass game, it is about scrounge and survive and scrounge and survive, and here we really are a glut. We've got food, we've got guns, we've got a vehicle that works, we've got a vehicle that can be powered by the sun. You know what I mean?
Well, but in this case, now that's not stuff that's increasing.
Right.
We're now that stuff is now we're working through it.
Right.
Because we don't have all of the supplies we used to have.
Right, which is interesting. But then, in a sort of in a post-apocalyptic savage world, we've got access to really slick technology, and that technology is the motivator. So, being this my first game as a player, I don't know. I'm very, very excited about the prospect of going to Chicago, seeing the gangs, seeing the politics of the gangs, getting embroiled in all of that, and then trying to get our hands on whatever technology Emma is going to manipulate us into pursuing. I think that's all very interesting.
Except as a character, you can't help but ask the question, why are we going to Chicago?
Because Gil said so.
Right.
Yeah.
No, because Gil's a fucking bully, and nobody will stand up to him.
Yeah.
And then he's basically Lee with muscles instead of brain.
Well, no, because Gil Lee wouldn't lead.
Right.
Gil leads. Now
Right.
that doesn't make Gil a good leader.
Right.
And someone really needs to call Gil out on.
No,
his
I really
shit.
feel like that Dr. Poe should be in charge.
But
But
oh god.
I think well,
I make good decisions, and I've stood up to you a few times.
Yeah.
yeah, well, and he not only that, he saves lives. He keeps to himself. He's any person who has the skill set that everything that they do is about making other people survive, not for altruistic reasons.
have you
but
listened
because
to
he's
the
got
episode with the Dr. Poe?
yeah, because I'm the fucking doctor, and that's what I do. I do doctor stuff.
Yeah.
He's going to make the right decision because he's going to weigh everything. Right.
Gil doesn't lead because he's a bully. Gil doesn't lead because he's a leader. Gil leads because he's the only one who makes a decision. Everyone else talks because everyone's all wrapped up in their own little conspiracies, which is great. They're great, deep characters. Gil doesn't have any conspiracies.
Well, if you need somebody to make decisions, I'm here. I will. If you want me to be in charge of shit,
Marlene just woke up today, man. It's great.
I will do it.
Yeah, I tell you, I am glad for who they picked because of the fact that this does finally give Marlene voice, because I felt that Molly and Hearts both had good voice and, well, in Molly's case, good motivation. I felt Fat Tony had good voice and as much motivation as I think he's capable of having, because he's a very, I don't know, he's so out of his element. He has no idea how to, he wants to strategize but doesn't know how to anymore.
One thing I enjoyed
But
about this
Marlene
session,
was very much an underutilized character.
I enjoyed the multiple people throwing things on top of Gil's injury.
Yeah, it was great.
But I love, basically, I said, Scott put together the whole kit, gave it as a gift. He did it in a way that would toss it and cause pain.
Mm-hmm.
But that's his way of showing he actually has some respect for Gil.
Mm-hmm.
That he did something specifically for him. But he's not going to admit that he has respect
Right.
for him. But he's not going to put up with shit, so he's going to do it in a way to...
I just feel like Gil can't even walk.
Yeah, and that's what
Yeah.
like I said, that's
But-
why I'm just...
But on the other hand, I don't really want to hand wave the injury because that the hallmark of Skies of Glass, the game is so lethal. He just got shot in the chest with a rifle. The only reason he survived is because he has that metal plate armor thing.
You got shot one time in the chest while wearing armor. You're fucking fine.
I know, right? It was like,
It was 1 point away from killing
I
him.
know.
Yeah.
I know. I know it was damn near a fatal wound. I'm just being
Yeah.
glib because
Talking about
I know a woman who was shot 6 times. And she's
I know,
fine.
right?
Nobody could compare themselves to her.
No, you babies.
Yeah, okay, so I think next time, there was one thing I should not have made scarce. I should not have left up to the dice, and I did, and it was a mistake, and that was the fuel. Mm-hmm. Because there is, I'm completely with Brodor in that I think the game is going to pick up a lot in terms of its peculiarity, its intricacy, it's just the amount of plot versus the RP, I think, is going to shift quite a bit. Once you hit Chicago, I made a huge mistake metering that trip. The side thing for the carnival, that was fine. That's
cool.
That's kind of prologue.
We
to
spent too
Chicago.
long in the town this
But
session.
well, and it was my mistake when you went to fuel up the truck. I should not have said roll me percentile dice. I should have just been like, okay, the truck's at 80%. You know, it's not totally full, but it's more than enough to get to Chicago, drive around a little bit, and come back. So you're good. Go make the trip. Be done.
Right.
All right. Well,
So who were? I don't remember. Who were the three people that they gave Poe to give it to?
You mean
Fat Tony.
that Tony?
Tony,
Yeah,
okay.
because it wasn't Junior.
I knew it wasn't Junior.
You're talking about making decisions and leadership. I'm looking at this group as Marlene's in a good position now to actually be a leader because I'm looking at it as we're all prisoners, and it's like it's prison.
Well, and boys are dumb. I mean, let's just be perfectly honest with you. Boys are dumb.
Yeah, and you know, if you're looking at prison dynamics, the bully is going to be the one that's calling the shots
Right.
because he's going to beat the shit out of you.
Right. Or
So-
rape you.
Right. So
Yeah. He'll establish dominance by coming in your asshole. Yeah.
You know, it's a power move.
That's one thing. I don't think the bully doesn't work against Poe. Poe just has a relationship and a friendship with him.
Right.
Yeah, I don't.
The bully,
I wouldn't say friendship, but yeah.
a camaraderie.
The fuck?
Gil's your herm. I get it.
Yeah, I don't think he ever. There
Does
wasn't.
Poe even have the capacity for friendship?
There wasn't the
Yeah.
bullying thing with Boone, but Boone just. He didn't really. A lot of times he didn't disagree.
Mm-hmm.
He was interested in stuff, but he didn't have a. We need to go here thing.
All I know is I need another deck of cards. Actually, I just need a Queen of Hearts and 2 other black cards. Because we're going to fucking Monty this thing up. We're going to be like, ha, 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 find the red lady, win the prize. We'll 3-card Monty the shit out of Chicago.
They're gonna eat you up, and poop you out in little pieces.
Ba, 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 ba. And the Rad Bear wins again. Damn, here's 3 more shotgun shells. You want to try it again?
Yeah.
Double or nothing?
That would be the most impressive Rad Bear, is one that killed H.E.C. Bear.
All right, we'll go ahead and stop this one here. So thank you guys for listening, and we will catch you again in 2 weeks.